God, it's us. We're back. We're live on the internet.
Who?
Happy Halloween, everyone.
Hey.
We are back to space. It has been a long October, but we showed up just in time for the end of it. I'm proud of us. I'm impressed. You guys all look delightful and much cooler than I do.
Literally.
Yeah, you
because
look
we're not
certainly
all
much hotter than we do.
Literally.
Tons of
Although I
damage.
don't know, I think there's some people on this call looking pretty hot.
Indeed, there are. Do we need to go around and identify our costumes? Is that a thing? Oh, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it, Ronnie.
It's been a while.
Yeah. I'll take it. Thank you for that. I'm a Wookiee. I know you may have seen me in this before. It's my
This
best.
is not your first time. You've done this many times.
Many times. It's my most accessible costume. Yeah. No sorries given.
I was making a rookie joke. It's okay. It's all right.
Oh, the rookie Wookiee. Yeah.
You're a rookie.
Yeah. Great. It's good.
What about you, Trey? Is this your rookie here in Decathlon?
Oh, this is we're going with a fancy high concept. I've got my USA Biathlon hat on, and we got the purple and the pink and the blue. So I'm a biathlete.
It's very good.
I love it.
No rifles, because
Really good.
I don't keep rifles in the house because we don't need that in my life. But
It's very fair.
good.
I could rattle off biathlete names, but I don't think that anyone would appreciate that reference. So I'm just gonna say, yeah, I'm a biathlete.
Hey, feel free to shoot those names to me in a DM. I can never have enough names for these freaking NPCs.
Yes, would you like Laura Dahlmeyer?
Yes.
How about Johannes Tingus Boo?
That's
an
amazing.
NPC name.
Johannes Tingus.
Although that does sound like a made up Halloween name, doesn't it?
Yeah, for the Halloween session, you need to rename one of the characters right now.
It's B-O with the kind of diagonal line through it. And then the French names are incredible. Martin Fourcade and Simon Desue. Yeah, there's some great ones. Oh, and Quinton Fillon Maillet.
Yeah, I can't even try to say.
Yeah, that's
French
like a dragon
names
name.
Are fantastic. That is kind of like a dragon name.
Like
You yourself, the preeminent dungeon master, Taylor, rolling in Eddie Munsoning it.
Yeah, this was my Halloween costume this year because this is how my hair actually is because I got it permed and I walked out of the salon looking like Eddie Munson and I said, well, there you go.
Then.
You know, this is easy.
Wake up!
It's
I
fantastic.
don't like this.
Yeah. And also, fun fact, I had all of this. I'm definitely wearing ripped jeans and white sneakers. I'm just not going to prove it. But I had everything except for the jean vest. So I was prepped and ready for this. I was born for this. So
Did you have fun
that's
Salvation Armying it up, hunting down a jean vest?
great. Definitely not from Amazon or anything.
Of course not.
'Cause I didn't think about it like
Deeply
2 days
thrifted.
before the party. Yeah, I was fully prepared.
I can't hear anybody say I don't like this without immediately going into the song.
True.
It's so catchy. It's so ridiculously catchy.
So good.
Kevin is here as a naval officer. Life
Indeed.
preserver.
That's right. Good reference. I love it. Yeah. Marty McFly. I'm a time traveler, not the same one as my character, but felt appropriate.
It's highly appropriate. I loved seeing those guys last week. It was Christopher Lloyd's birthday, wasn't it? He just was having his 90th something birthday
Yeah,
pretty
he old.
recently. Yeah.
He old.
It was so sweet. They had
So
this
sad.
reunion up on stage, and it was really lovely to see those guys together. What an iconic franchise to grow up with. That's the good stuff, man. Make more Back to the Futures. Not really.
No more.
Yeah,
Just
don't.
I
Actually,
don't
don't
want
do
any.
that.
Yeah, you got the 3. We're done.
What I really wanted to say was
Well
make more
done.
movies like Back to the Future.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, just leave that one alone. How about?
Yeah.
And Melissa Wednesday Adams, once she's grown up and gotten a job at Hot Topic.
Yeah, basically.
It's really
Fun.
good.
I also have a skirt and everything, but yeah.
There you go.
Full
Yeah.
contact. I appreciate you guys for Halloweening with me. Halloween, much coveted holiday. So to get to spend it hanging out with you guys playing D&D is it's a win in my book. It is the treat.
I also
It's a
bought
trick
nothing
treat.
for this costume. I feel like that's also important to note. I owned this outfit already from a Frisbee tournament.
Ooh, hype
which
train
I
incoming. Thank you,
wore.
Prez, for the sub. And Brenna and everybody. Thank all you guys for subbing who are trickling in. It's been a long time since we've played D&D. We still kind of remember how, though, right?
Absolutely. I'm a dungeon
No.
master.
Yeah.
I
And
know how to
Taylor
do
recently
this.
recapped all of the Dragonfly lore for us. So
Yes.
Probably should have read that
Truly the
before I
best.
came in here.
It's
Oh,
very searchable.
Yeah, I
that's
definitely
what I'm
read
excited
all of that lore. I am
Don't need to
fully up
read
to
all of
date.
it.
It was like top of my list of things that I definitely read.
Yeah. It's I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty proud of it.
It's
I might
the
be-
ability
I
of
might
it
be-
is the thing that has
I
me
might be
excited.
reading it while we're playing.
That moment when we're like, Malpiety Prime, where was that
That's
again?
that.
Search that
Yeah.
up in the Discord. Oh yeah.
I will
yeah,
toot
that.
Taylor's horn as the lore keeper. We gave Lux a captain's log. Go threads in Discord. They finally won me over. It only took most of this last year, and it was very delightful all day on Friday. I was like doing stuff. I'm recording podcasts. I'm finishing. I'm recording new podcasts, and just this perpetual little like ellipses. Taylor is typing in the Discord for like 12 hours straight.
Yeah.
You did like convey a massive amount of information, Taylor. I was like going back through it like, wow, we've got like a whole D&D campaign happening. There's a lot of details in here.
Yeah, I went from season 1 like to where we are now, and I cross-referenced with the stuff that's in the Roll20 and added in, the information that I had, spelling mistakes, because there are plenty of those. And yeah, the whole thing. And it was great. It was a lovely day.
Lux's notes like inserted in there of like people like, oh, definitely coming with us, a very nice person.
Yeah, Lux's little notes as well. Yeah, I enjoyed the we pulled into the dock, not dock. Okay, like, yeah. Taylor's little like comments throughout.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, Rich set it up as like Lux's lore and like the captain's log, and I was like, okay, well, if it is Lux doing this, then she has some things to say about certain things.
Yeah, there's a little bit of editorializing happening along the way. Very fun. That's the thing that maybe someday somebody would want to read and we could share it because Taylor wrote it all up. So
when I make the Philly like Wikipedia page, the Phillyverse,
exactly,
Phillypedia.
There you go.
Yeah,
we're partway there.
GM Philly stats.
Yeah, we need that. We do need that.
We really do, probably.
I mean, I think we should just call it DM Philadelphia. I think that's
that's a pretty good one, actually.
We just own it. Right.
It's a pretty good one. For many years before I took on the official moniker of DM Philly, I just was R Philly on the internet. And I would go to all these live events through the podcast network that we've all become such fast friends to and meet folks. And they would be like, who are you? And I'd be like, yeah, I'm R Philly, dude. They'd be like, ah. And all of them to a person, Troy, were like, where in Philadelphia do you live?
You are Philly. You live in our Philly.
Yeah, exactly.
The deep Philly of our hearts.
Right on the corner.
I mean, Rich, since last time we've been here, I've seen where you live.
You have. It was quite an event.
I've met everyone on this call in person except for Troy now.
Oh, you got back into Canada. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I did travel to the
still
States
wants
and
to
back
enter,
this weekend.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, there was
States,
a
we
question
can't let
about
you back
whether that would happen. I interrupted you saying I'm the only person you haven't met. Is that the case?
Yeah. I met the other three.
We have not validated that I'm real.
No. I mean, we know other people that have met you in person.
Or are they in on it?
Yeah.
This is
It's
the
a
thing.
massive
Troy's
Troy
illusion.
Yep. The best conspiracies do conscript a lot of.
Pay no
very
attention to the
trustworthy
great and powerful Oz.
Yeah, Troy is just a Josh Wiggler VR avatar.
Oh man, if I was a copy of Josh Wiggler, that would be incredible. Like this is like a Battlestar Galactica Cylon situation.
Oh my god! So say we all.
Suddenly, all along the Watchtower says, "Like, wow, spoilers," but like, yeah.
They look like us now. Oh
The last Frisbee team I played at my tournament I was at this weekend was named Birds Are Fake. And they all
I love
denied the ability of the existence of birds. So maybe Troy's fake is like a similar idea.
Definitely, birds aren't real is like
It's so good.
That's a fun. To me, birds aren't real fall in like the area of like astrology, where I'm like, do I really believe it? No, but am I going to kill the fun? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
There was also actually a D&D themed team at this tournament. So it's a Halloween costume tournament. There was a D&D themed tournament that was like Party at the Tavern, I think was their name. And they had like full like keg with like beer. And anyway, it was very, very cool.
That's amazing.
And there were also some very punny names that I,
Okay, I think this is a good time, since we're not playing D&D yet, to say if we were together and we had to do a group D&D inspired costume, other than the characters of the Dragonfly.
I was going to say, we do our characters, obviously,
which is the
right?
obvious,
Yeah.
Right?
Hello.
But other
I
than
would actually
that,
love to dress up as Doc. Doc has
I'd
a
love
cool
to
outfit.
dress
I
up
would
as
do-
freaking Lux. They got some fun stuff going on.
Don't worry,
Yeah,
when
I
we
would
do our
pull
live
that
show at New York City Comic Con next year,
There it is, yeah.
Dude,
There
we would be unhinged if we were actually in a room
Oh.
together.
Oh
if we
yeah,
had
my
a crowd,
God.
could you imagine?
the snack spread. That's really what I'm
The
looking
The
snack
for.
reg sass would be incredible.
Screaming, the like just pure the amount of screaming that would happen, and the boisterous laughter would be absolutely ridiculous.
I definitely would want to be the owl bear, right? I mean, this is like a cool D&D mascot
Yeah.
nowadays. You get a big feathery costume. Nobody could I mean, that seems fun until I'm like sweltering and it's 10,000 degrees inside that thing. But yeah, I would want to be the owl bear, I think. Yeah.
Okay, hear me out. I get 8 of my closest friends, and we all go together as a beholder.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
good one.
Where it's all everyone's connected.
We're all like
Yeah.
connected with like
And
a giant-
everyone's
Everyone's just like
separate
trying
eye.
to make their way around.
So who's
Mhm.
in the middle though?
I mean, I'm
Okay.
pretty big. I'm not saying everything. I'm not saying it like, I
You got
have my own
proprietary
gravity,
rights on the
but-
costume. You just like came up with the whole thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, copyright. But
Yeah. I'm thinking Brenna's talking in the chat about being a D6, so we all just go as like different dice.
Different dice.
different.
Yeah.
You could just be different polyhedrals. I would
Yeah.
Yeah.
definitely. do
Who
that.
has to be the D12?
I'll be the D12. I love a D12.
D12s are good. D12s are fun.
Yeah.
I want to be like the NPC that has the quest that the PC characters always ignore. Like he just obviously wants to give you a quest, but the PCs are always just like ignoring him
Please, you need to
completely.
collect 10
Yes.
apples for my family.
These wolves are
Please.
killing all my livestock. Please.
Not
We're
now.
not
We're
here to
busy.
Kill wolves. We have to rob the
Right.
tavern and the general
Exactly.
store.
Yeah.
You could always go as the the generic over-sexualized bard that every like first time table has,
Yeah.
where it's just
I mean,
like
my
the
character's
slutty
halfway
bard.
there
Because
already.
every Halloween costume you need a sexy bard.
I saw a
Sexy
Nathan
beholder.
Fielder
There you go.
costume.
That's a
Oh,
costume.
Sexy beholder.
That
is
has
a
to
little-
exist,
Sexy
right?
beholder.
That's
It
something we need
absolutely
somewhere.
does.
That we have to
yeah.
do.
It's a beholder with like fishnets.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say
exactly, on the
fishnets
arms,
and a
right?
set of like pumps.
I'm not gonna
right?
Google that, but I'm sure it's out there.
Oh. Now I really want to.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
It's
yeah.
definitely out there. I mean, I think you're gonna come across some frightening images of
Oh.
beholders
Mhm.
with wigs and
Oh no.
Nice.
all bad
Perfection. Love it.
face
Well,
out
just
there.
add
Yeah.
costume at the end, and we should be good, right?
I mean,
Oh.
Yeah, add the costume. Add the costume. Oh my god, don't hit enter. Add
No.
costume.
I mean, I
No,
did
no.
Google it.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
There
It's
are.
a thing.
It's
She
a thing.
says,
It's the
yeah.
internet, of course.
Of course
Rule
it is.
34.
Yeah,
That's
there
a
you go,
research history.
Kevin.
In 2022,
Yeah.
it's all a thing. I saw a crazy
Yes.
beholder yesterday that I think we should replicate next year since we're up here in farm country, Taylor. It was a giant pumpkin, orange, sliced with the
Yes.
white pumpkin on the inside for
Mhm.
the eye, right? And then it was a bunch of kooky, funky looking gourds like jammed up
Hell
into
yeah.
the top of it with all like the eye stalks and the thing. And it was
dope.
absolutely incredible. And I was ashamed that I have not thought of this for the thousands of pumpkins and gourds that have flown through my hands since I was 20 years old that I'm like, how did I not ever think of this before? It's
The
just really
pumpkin
creative.
beholder, that's very fun. Yeah.
It was very creative. Very, very creative.
I
Is that
know
pretty
from
cool we're fighting tonight, by the way? A pumpkin beholder?
Mhm.
Oh. Don't give him any idea. He has enough time to change the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does.
Especially
Yeah.
He literally
Yeah.
could just oof one into existence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know from experience that being like the wizard or the mage is just so fun because you're just hidden underneath this really comfy robe with like a big old beard that hides half of your face. And it's really delightful.
What do you mean, Taylor?
It's wonderful. Listen, I had a whole ass conversation with a bunch of people at this Halloween party that I went to on Saturday about how it's so freaking unfair that I can't grow a beard. I want one so bad, and it's unfair.
No spoilers.
Pretty good, yeah.
But were you disappointed with the depiction of the female dwarves in The Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, the new hit series streaming on Amazon Prime just months ago?
Like, yes. But she had a little bit, but I wanted more.
You were looking for a beard, not quite the sideburns. Fair enough.
She was great, though. She was my favorite part of the whole thing.
Oh, my gosh.
She was fantastic. It's a very good show. You guys should go check it out. A lot of good TV has been happening, which may have been at some root of slowing down some of the D&D this month. It's been a little busy. I'll blame House of the Dragon. Why not? Sure. It's just so that we don't skip it over. Kevin, how has your chili cooking been? Have you officially completed your fall of chili cooking?
We have one more we're going to be doing this coming week, so we're really excited, which is our traditional chili. So it's been great. We did the white bean, or what is it? White chicken chili, which has like white beans, chicken, all that jazz. We did a chorizo and black bean one, which was delicious. We did traditional Texas red style, so no beans, no tomatoes, just chilies and chunks of meat, which was really good. We're coming in to now do our final, which is traditional chili, specifically the recipe that my wife introduced me to chili with. That's how I got introduced to chili, so I'm really excited about it. It's like ground beef, you know, your spices, your peppers, but they definitely do beans and they do tomatoes. And I know we talked about the controversy of it, but like we do a little elbow macaroni in there. So yeah, no spaghetti. That's again insanity. Get out of here, Cincinnati, you goddamn weirdos.
Also, what I had for dinner tonight.
Oh my God, you had spaghetti and chili?
Cincinnati chili, good lord.
What? This guy had Halloween dinner of pasta masquerading as chili. That's unbelievable.
Yes.
I did have some Skyline chili. I also took a photo and sent it to my brother. And Kevin, I just need you to know that this thing exists in the world. I'm going to hold it up to the camera, but it's probably not going to focus properly.
Oh boy.
But this is, let's see. And
yeah, nailed it.
Cheese coney.
Coney.
What?
The cheese coney is like a chili dog with cheese.
Yeah.
But they do andouille sausage.
Andouille sausage into that. Yes. Yes.
I'm
Give me that
into it.
spice.
In the theme of showing Kevin things on the camera, I've got this book, Tales from the Inn of Last Home. The Inn of the Last Home is a very famous inn in the Dragonlance Dungeons & Dragons campaign world that's going to be getting published like soon in 5th edition. The Inn of the Last Home is like this very famous inn that the novels are located from. And this book has all this cool stuff. It's got music. It's got all these like poetic musings. But the real deal is it's got a pile of recipes from the Inn of the Last Home. And so it's got Fizban's Fireball Chili. Fizban come to prominence in recent years in the bigger D&D sphere. He got his own official textbook, Fizban's Dragons and Stutch and something adjectives, you know. It's good. It's a good book. But
someone's noun of nouns. Yes.
Yeah, I should send
me
you that recipe, Kevin, because it's delightful. It's very much like cubed steak, and it's hot. It's a hot chili, but I love it. I make it like every 5 years. I'll make it again soon.
Just a brief area of hot chili. My worst chili cooking experience that I've done is that I think I may have mentioned a while back, my sister got me for Christmas, my birthday, the Hot Ones 10 hot wings.
Oh, nice.
And I had done the whole thing on Twitter, like on Instagram story. I did all of it. I enjoyed doing a lot of it. But the one that obviously I hated doing was the bomb.
The bomb.
It's a trash hot sauce. It's not a real hot sauce. It's a prank hot sauce. I could go on about like it's not real. But once I had it for the first time, I'm like, I'm never going to have this again. Like, I think the only thing to do is like put it in other stuff. Well, I was making chili, traditional chili style, and I was like, "Oh, I guess I'll just use some of the bomb to like spice it up a little bit, like do that."
Mistakes were made.
It was almost inedible, and the worst part is like I told I got off work early for me. I started cooking dinner. I told my wife, like, hey, I'm making chili tonight. She had an awful day at work, a terrible day at work. And she was coming home excited to eat the chili. Like, she's like, the one good thing that I was going to do when I got home was have chili and it would make the day better. And then I served that. I was like, listen, I put some of the bomb in here and I think it might be a little too spicy. And then we ate it, and you could just see the devastation and upsetness on her face. And I was like, "Oh God, this is the worst thing I've ever done. It's so bad. I feel so awful." But yeah, it was not good. It was barely edible. Like, it was a struggle to eat that. Like, I hate that hot stuff.
If you get sucked into the rabbit hole and watch some hot ones in a row, you just watch these people hit the bomb, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that just ruins the entirety of the rest of their day." You know?
I don't know if y'all have ever seen Roll for Sandwich on TikTok.
Yes,
the guy who rolls to make his lunch every
Taylor,
day. And
aren't you the one that sent it to me?
I might.
Or no, sorry, a different friend who like isn't a D&D person, but was like, for some reason they watched this and sent it to me. Yeah.
Well, so he makes these, like, he rolls to determine the sandwich ingredients and creates these monstrosities of sandwiches, and then he eats them. And I'm like, how do people continue to eat food when it's not good?
Yeah,
like I can't. Yeah. I just can't. Like, my body just does not allow. I told my brother the most disappointed I've been in the last month was when I accidentally ordered the wrong thing from Papa John's.
Oh, that really is the most devastating thing.
You were just going to say the worst thing I've ever done was order from Papa John's. Like,
no, this is the thing, right? Objectively, not great food, not amazing pizza, but like in my mind, I was prepared for a Papa John's pepperoni pizza.
Yes.
And when you deliver me a Papa John's pepperoni papadilla, which is like a folded over quesadilla type pizza situation.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Which they replaced as the primary option on the app, so I didn't even track on it. Anyway, we're not going to get into that. I got words for Papa John's.
I definitely have a lot of words for Papa John, but
so that's how you really feel.
But yes, people who continue to like that. I saw that and I was like, we're not eating that. We're just we're not.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I love a good like low budget Domino's once in a while. But yeah, if you like your expectations are set and then they're like subverted on delivery, that's a no bueno. That's no
so sad.
Yeah.
Well, let's not subvert delivery of D&D to.
I know. Yeah, we promised to play some D&D, not just to hang out in our very cool Halloween costumes.
Yeah, I don't like this.
Yes.
Waffle, wake up!
Waffle! Oh no!
Oh boy!
To the matter at hand. The last time we played many months ago, there were like level ups and stuff that happens. I think you guys are like pretty good. I don't know if there's any like bookkeeping stuff that we need to like handle, or everybody like feeling pretty squared away with the stuff.
We're where we are where we left off, right? So we're still injured and brutalized and spent spell slots,
and crying,
good,
crying, bleeding.
Yeah. All right,
great.
Nice.
So
cool.
To the matter at hand, when last we left our heroes, the crew of the Dragonfly finally making landfall on the massive jungle planet of Rune, landed in Sirion, the capital, the great city, this metropolis built on the very tops of the trees itself. You bought a great number of confections. There was dancing and much tomfoolery afoot. One night spent in the soft beds of an inn before you ran into a lizard folk by the name of Trazu, whom had been searching for the means to reach the ruins of the great temple of Halcynod, a place that he himself had located in his travels in the lower regions of the world. Of course, the group of you, adventurers as you are, threw them right onto your ship and flew out of that capital city, making for this incredibly vast waterfall basin on the convergence, this night wherein the 3 moons of Rune would align such to form an eye in the sky, creating this kind of harmonic convergence of events, the alignment of celestial bodies, activating whatever ancient magic yet lay in those ruins. And so, as the Dragonfly dropped over the edge of the basin to this vast waterfall into the temple of Halcyon, you watched as this celestial event created an arcane event around you. These large luminous dragonflies appearing all around your ship, circling you. This great sort of gate alighting through the kind of enchantments arcane that drove through it. The group of you disembarked along with Trazu, leaving Reya and Ben back on the ship itself to keep it under good hands. You were met by a guardian, the keeper of this ancient ruin, whom allowed you passage down into its depths. With Trazu at the lead, you descended into the bowels of the ruins of this place, snaking through corridors and tunnels, down stairways, until you came into a kind of section wherein you found these old arcane devices, large cauldrons on these kind of ever-burning fires, strange smoke melding up from them. You were attacked by a group of entities lingering in this place, a deadly fight having broke out as you all were kind of split and separated in the tiny rooms of the ruins. It was as such that Waffle was left for but a moment on his own, unassisted and unsurrounded by his allies. Your enemies struck him down, his small metallic body clattering to the stone floor as Trazu made his way into the back chambers. He himself in possession of an orb that had been repaired on entrance into Halcyon. The halls of the Synod, as you learned them to be. This orb activated the cauldrons to some degree, a portal kind of forming up in front of you. The group of you rush through, emerging on the other side, leaving Trazu, the denizen of Rune, behind, Reya and the Dragonfly somewhere on that world where you left them. You have all emerged into a small kind of 25 by 25 foot stone room. There is no ceiling above you. As you peer up, you see the void of space around you, the twinkling of the 1,000 motes of starlight as they kind of flicker across the velvety black field of space. Down the hallway in front of you, however, you see a mirrored hall on the opposite side of this room, built almost like the spokes of a wheel. The hallway leads into like this central chamber with a mirrored hall extending out of the far side, to which you see a large, glimmering, kind of crescent-shaped portal, flickering light. Peering down the hallway, you see more of these portals down the length of hallways on the opposite side of the room. The one behind you, pulsing and flickering, begins to kind of dim and diminish after the group of you step through, growing like thin until it begins to just transubstantiate behind you, leaving no way back from whence you came. The 4 of you stand with each other in this kind of small chamber. Waffle in your arms, I guess, Doc, as you like snatched him up off the ground, kind of darting through after your friends as you saw the passageway into this place closing. And so we pick back up tonight, the camera focusing in on the small group 4 of the crew of the Dragonfly, with the lifeless form of Waffle cradled in Doc's arms as this portal flickers thin and vanishing behind you in this strange place and space. And so I say, what would you all like to do?
So we're at one end of the hallway, you said?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And we could see straight forward, and there's like another portal we can see, and we can kind of see other portals around.
Yes, as you're peering down the hall, you can see like exactly opposite you, this other hallway about 100 feet away is like another portal kind of glimmering back at you, shining its light into the like kind of the corridors of this place. And I think that from where you're standing, you have a sense you can just kind of like some of it cut off, get a look at like the other portals on the opposite side of the room down similar hallways.
I think Naya is, man, I hate to do this, but I think Naya is like, is everyone okay? Is Waffle all right?
No, not everyone's okay. Waffle. Doc, can you fix him?
I don't know. It's not working.
What is not working?
I don't know. Like my tools, they're not. It's not. I don't know. It's not enough. He's never done this. It's never happened. I don't get what's happening. I don't get what's going on.
Well, none of my
Naya's gonna try to lay on hands. By the way,
none of my healing worked. I tried to heal him and it didn't work.
probably doesn't work. But worth a shot.
It does not, Naya, as you like reach out, like grabbing hold of the form of Waffle, kind of like letting your energy channel through your hands into them. They hang.
What do we do?
I apologize. I'm not quite good with these type. We relax. Well, not. We stay calm. Stay calm.
There's somebody else here?
No. I just
He's in shock. I've seen it happen before. There's spells for this. Rejuvenation spells. Someone has to know one of those, right? I've seen it used before. You can bring people back. It's like a resurrection thing. Someone has to know this, right? Any one of you?
No.
I think that Waffle is made of something other than us. No?
I mean, yeah, right? Like I
Oh,
built
okay.
him, and I normally I can mend him, and it's and he's fine. But he's never gone out like this, and
Lux like kneels in front of Doc.
Okay, look at me. Focus. You made him. He's your best friend. Like me. We share the best friend thing. It's fine.
you can have more than
Well,
one best friend. It's so obvious. I don't know why anyone would give
Right,
anyone a
that's
hard time
crazy.
about that ever.
It's very silly. But focus on your connection to him. There's got to be answers. You're so smart, Doc. You can figure this out. Just take a breath. He's gonna be fine. Just focus.
Lux, I made him, but I don't know how.
That's
I
okay.
really understood it. It just kind of happened.
Well, you did it, and you can bring him back.
But he was just a little robot for so long in this. He would fly and grab but he wasn't Waffle. He didn't have a personality. He wasn't he wasn't him. And then suddenly he was. And I don't know how it was different. I don't get it. I don't understand. And I understand most things.
I get it, Doc. I mean, I can freaking sense portals. I don't fucking understand what that's about. But listen, just you're like his creator, and he loves you, and he does have a personality, and it's because you made him real in whatever way that it was. It doesn't matter that you don't understand it. You'll figure it out eventually. And he might even have the answers if you talk to him. Like, just focus on your connection to him. It's not the same as anything else. It's different.
Where are we even? There's got to be something around here that is.
Yes.
What is it? Are those portals?
I think we should. Perhaps you and I should assess the situation and provide some cover for.
Don't any of you touch any of those other portals. Understand?
But we don't know where
on earth would I touch.
We don't know where they go though. They could
Even
go.
just the shape of it makes me discomforted.
They could go anywhere. They could.
Reggie, I'm not worried about you. Naya.
No.
Remember your promise to Reggie? Do you remember?
They could go home. I could go home. They could take me home.
You want to leave?
It's not. I want to leave, but it's my home. My people are there. My family's there.
With all due respect, now is not the time for this conversation.
Yeah.
Now is not the time for us to be separated.
Let's just take a breather, okay? We need to get Waffle back.
It's Doc. What
this
do
is
you
two,
need?
and this is a big 2. Okay, you need to understand that.
A big number 2. Yes, I understand that. You want to do something reckless. You've agreed not to. What does that leave me? What, 1 more?
3.
3 more? Oh, goodness. I got you good. Doc, what is it that you need?
I don't know. I don't know.
Do we need to just sit for a minute? Why don't we just take it easy for a second? Okay? We don't know where the hell we are. And listen, I'm the portal expert here. Nobody else go touching them. This is my situation. I'll make sure that everything's up to snuff.
Well, then.
So, with that proclamation, the 4 of you kind of standing in this room, looking at each other, eyes like gazing out towards the portals and the distant side of this facility, the structure, as it were. Waffle sitting, Doc disconcerted. Yeah. What do you want to do here, Doc? I guess.
So, yeah, so mechanically, a minute and a 1st level spell slot is all it takes.
Mm-hmm.
Doc has recently got wizard spell slots, and so I think that and you know, you and I have talked about where Doc is going in her life, and I think that there are that, you know, the flavor of it is that it is one of those, it's part of that magic that comes from her mom, who she doesn't really remember, and whose magic she doesn't understand. And that has always been part of what made Doc, or what made Waffle. And that, yeah, after a minute of Doc kind of sitting there, eyes closed, just like pleading to nobody, and just wanting something badly enough. And then Waffle sort of stirs and starts to make little chips and squeaks.
But so this whole process almost looks more like a prayer than any type of like repair job, right? You're not like sitting with tools. You're just, and I think that in your recent like works, certainly you were always a good mechanic. As a youth, a lot of like what you were doing was mimicry and repetition and rote. And as you began to have a better understanding of the types of things that you were building, constructing Waffle's form was the part that was intuitive and easy. The like attaching of pieces together, the like manufacturing of parts to construct what you needed. But it was always that last bit, that breath that made him more, that let him be, that you've been so uncertain of for all this time. And I think that as you've delved now into a more academic study of the arcane with a little bit more understanding, some part of that may like click on as you're kind of like sitting and fueling life back into your friend who slowly begins to like move in Doc's lap after like the end of this kind of quiet, pensive, tense minute spent together in the room.
And yeah, I think he sort of like presses his like metal snout up to her face. And you're okay. How did
I
It's okay.
told you. I told you.
I don't know how. I don't know how that happened. Okay.
Well, it happened. Oh, buddy, I think like Lux like comes over, like gives him a little like soft, like little noogie on the head. Oh, you're
Belief
fine.
can do a lot of things that you wouldn't expect.
Okay.
Oh, buddy.
So what do we do now?
Okay.
I think
We gotta check out these portals. What's going on?
I think at this point, like Reggie puts his hand up just briefly, and he has spent the last minute that Doc was praying and casting the spells, studying the Astromancy archive, and he will expend a charge in order to replace one of his wizard spells with a spell from the archive.
Ooh.
And he says to Lux in particular, if our course from this point is unknown and we have a clear choice before us, there are ways that I can determine the result. Whether it's a good idea or not, simply.
Well, that's cool.
That's certainly much more than cool. That's a deeply impressive arcane ability. It's very difficult to learn over the course. Apologies, I know this is a sensitive time, but this is much more than cool. I've spent quite frankly hours poring over this archive in order to simply understand. Yes, it is. Yes.
It's really cool. I like mean that very genuinely. I'm sorry it was not a good enough, big enough, long enough word for you, but I think it's pretty dang cool.
I mean, if you want to know how things would go, I suppose, then yes, that would be cool.
Well, we need to look at each of these because obviously we can't go back to where we came from. But we have to get back there because the freaking dragonfly's down there. But I guess Reya and Jade could probably.
Who's got the sending stones? We'll presume Reya's got one. Who do we think has the other?
I think Reya's got one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just always kind of assume Lux has it because she shouts the most.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like the walkie-talkie from the bridge.
Is there, if there is a way to get Naya home, I think we should try to find it.
Dude, I mean, where did you come from, Naya? You actually have never really explained that to us. You just keep kind of making references to this like other life that you had, and like, you know.
And it's weird. Oh. You feel like we should all be familiar with it for some reason, even though we're not.
I don't know. Yeah,
it's bizarre.
Well, you sort of get lost in yourself after many lifetimes of only yourself, I suppose. I'm from that place I keep mentioning, a place called Glarendar. Another place, another time. I don't know. It's been so long since I've been there.
Did you come through a portal to get here?
Yeah, I
Hmm.
was there, and I went on an adventure. That's what I did back then. A lot of adventuring, helping people, fighting zombies, bread wizards, and then I stepped into this portal with.
Apologies. Did you say bread wizards?
I also heard bread wizards.
Oh no, I wish bread wizards. Much worse.
Why
I
are
don't know what red
Delicious.
wizards are
yeah?
either,
What's the
but-
distinction? Why are there
Yeah.
are there blue ones and green ones and yellow ones?
Well, they wore these hats that they wore all red. They were from this other.
Gosh, that's like super
town.
lame.
Wizards wearing
Red
hats.
Wizards is the name that you're gonna give
What
yourself.
a
Wow,
ridiculous
how boring
notion.
is that?
Yeah, they
Oh
weren't.
my gosh.
They weren't
Tell me.
great to say the
Today
least.
you see me wearing a hat.
Also, Reggie, I would really like to hear you say Glarendar because that's a lot of R's.
Well, I was about to ask about this place. Are there others like you in that
I didn't
town?
say it. I
So
wanted you
many.
to say it.
What? You want me to say Glarendar?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that was great. Thanks.
It's a good
It
roll of
does
that
have
R.
sort of je ne sais quoi. It's- oh, are you not familiar with that? It's a turn of phrase that's quite common in Kisandi. Yes. Well, are there others like you?
Oh yeah, lots of us. My family's there. I left home. We always leave home. We're a traveling people. We don't have a history of our own. We sort of, as Verdan, we just sort of showed up one day. It's very odd. We have no memory of our past, our history. We just emerged one day and all over the world. A separated people, no cultures of our own. We just adopted the ones of where we ended up. My family ended up in a forest with a bunch of, I actually don't know what they'd be called here, but we called them the Fae, magical creatures. We lived there for a long time, and
Like the Kingdom of Snapdragons.
sure.
Yes. I know. It's okay. I got it.
History of your own.
It's in the captain's log.
Yep.
Yeah, yes. I should read that one day. I keep falling asleep every time I try.
It's long, yeah. It's okay. It's all right. It's big brain stuff. I get it. It's a me thing.
No, I mean, maybe another self could have done that. Maybe 2 selves ago, probably. That one liked books a lot. But yeah, that person I was then, not the person I am now. You saw, I changed, but that's what my people do. We change, we explore, we find new things. But we always try to go home. We always try to share information without a history of our own. So all we have is a history we make up and experience. And I went into a portal and I ended up far from home, far into the future. Lived there for a while, dark times, and then I tried to come back, and I still haven't found my way. And it's been too long.
Wait. What? You have simply stated quite a bit that I am attempting to process at this very moment. You said you travel to the future, and you
Yeah.
have now come to us after that?
Yeah,
Are you attempting to return back to the future?
Yeah, I knew it was coming. Yeah.
well done.
Couldn't
Roll
keep a straight
credits.
face, but
Things come
but I
first.
am very curious as Reggie to know
Yeah.
the timeline.
Well,
Come on.
Not that future, but more like return to the past if I could, but I don't know. For all I know, I end up back there, and it's even further than I was when I left, which I don't even want to think about. It's a lot. It's very complicated, I know, and time travel and portals and possibly different worlds.
I mean,
and
I know
realities.
portals. Let's not get crazy.
Yes,
Sure.
Some element of time travel is certainly acceptable. It just cannot be, so
Can't go back and
significant.
kiss your mother.
Yes.
Oh,
Goodness.
Don't plan on doing that. Trying to avoid that one.
But you really, I don't know. You do
Yeah,
want to
what they
go
even plans
back?
on.
It's, I don't know. I haven't seen my family in so long. My people, as much as we travel and as much as I love seeing all of this and going new places and doing new things, part of me wants to be able to see them again, to tell them about all of this. If I could come back after, great. We love doing that. We love going and reuniting and talking, and at least most of us do. Some of us are a little bit more eccentric, but
More eccentric than you?
this a word I could use. My sister is a bit different from the rest of us.
Your
But-
sister?
I don't really like talking about that too much.
Yeah, we should figure out our current predicament.
Yes, well, certainly.
This
we
sounds
shall
like a
have time
meeting.
not to talk about that in our many long travels between spheres.
How long was that? Was that an hour? Was that like an hour of maybe a rest that we could have
Short
just done?
rest.
A short story
Oh,
time
that felt
rest?
You guys
maybe?
can, like,
That felt
sit
like
in-
About 4 minutes. Yeah.
you could totally sit down
Yeah, I
and
would
take a
do-
short rest right here if you want while you're all
I-
talking in the midst of the aftermath of Waffle. I mean,
I think Reggie would not. I hate to say this. He would not like let them. He would not sit for an hour without at least exploring the context of where we were.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I
So
think
if
Checks
others
out.
needed
That's
to
fair.
sit, he would let them, obviously, but like,
Yep.
I think he would explore.
I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, if there's portals to possibly get Naya home, Naya's gonna go looking as well. They won't jump in any of them because they said they wouldn't. But
yeah. Yeah, I think Lux is gonna sit down in kind of the middle of this kind of like room in the center here.
so as you
Um,
guys move forward, you come down this hallway, right? And you come into the central area that you can see is a bit bigger than the room that you were in. And there is a very clear staircase in the center of the floor leading down. Up above you, the sky open throughout all these places. But as you now are like peering, as you walk and maybe are like looking up towards the stars, can I have anybody who wants to could roll like an investigation check maybe to like see what they're parsing from the sky? Yeah,
Can I argue perception?
sure, make a perception check. Yeah.
Great.
I will also do perception if I'm given that option.
Yeah, so I think that the three of you all certainly see it. We'll see if Naya, you're the
Nope.
only one who doesn't quite catch this, and it makes sense maybe as like the shortest of the space travelers amongst this group. But as you all are kind of like
Do
walking,
you mean physically shortest?
no, they've
Heavily
gotten
not
quite tall,
physically
yeah. They've really heightened up
Not
a bit since their
anymore.
time on the ship. Yeah. As you're looking up, I think you're seeing this bit of like almost distortion while you're walking underneath the stars. It's almost like a refraction, and I think you get the sense of like there's a layer in between you and like the open air above you. Even though you can see out above you, it gives you similar vibes to like being in the cockpit of the Dragonfly and watching the way the kind of starlight refracts in like the glass steel as it comes by, right? Yeah, and entering the central chamber, you could see now that there are clearly 8 of these arms kind of like jutting out of this central room with a chamber at the end of each one and a portal in each one. And as you walk down the length of the hall, Doc, the last of you to like kind of make the journey forward into the central room, I think you, Doc, immediately like hear this like and like you turn behind you just after you step out of the room, and you could see this like bead of light that begins to like expand, a portal like reopening behind you after you go. And all of you now like are in this central area. Yep.
Naya definitely looks around to see if any of these portals open to anywhere that might be recognizable.
I'm gonna have you make a yeah, go ahead and make a perception check here, Naya, as you're
Can I
scanning.
help them with that? I think
Sure.
Doc is invested.
Sure, you can try. You're like scanning places to see like what do you recognize? Do you recognize anything as these places you know are star locations that you've seen? How about you, Lux? I cut you off before, but what were you trying to do?
You're good. Lux is gonna sit down, knowing that this is probably gonna be pretty overwhelming, but is gonna use her like detect portals to see if she can like, being this close, if she can like sense anything about the different portals that are around them.
Okay, cool.
Before Lux sits down, though, Reg is definitely gonna like, if this is like a bench or whatever this is in the middle of the map, he's like
staircase leading down.
I would love it if there's just a bench in this middle where you can just.
I didn't know. I couldn't tell, and I missed that part.
Vestibule. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Reg is like standing central, trying to look down the staircase and just keep an eye on everyone.
Okay.
So I just would help. I just roll perception, or
yeah, perception with advantage. Yep.
Cool.
Lux, I'm gonna have you make a insight check.
Okay.
Okay. Naya, Doc, the pair of you kind of like walk the circuit of the room. Reginald standing kind of vigil over the staircase, peering down into the like darkness below. It's much darker down the stairs than it is up here. Between the starlight kind of illuminating down into here, and then the light emitting from the very portals themselves, it's very bright up here on this like top floor. But as you're looking down, it's that thing where like you're blinking the light out of your eyes, peering into the darkness, right? You can only like see so far down the steps. Naya and Doc, you two walk the circuit, kind of like peering at all these portals. There are very alien environments behind some of them. Some look like almost like pure ice on the other side. One of them seems to be like all like metal and gears and kind of constructs like working together. Another one is like this blasted field of like sulfurous smoke and red kind of like lava flowing across rock. Others seem much more natural, of like a mountain, a field with the spring floating through it, like birds kind of flying past. None of them are immediately identifiable to either of you. You know, both of you have seen many places. There's familiar characteristics of some of these portals, but there's nothing that you're like looking through of like, oh, I know where this is. It's a little bit disorienting, as one might imagine. Lux, meanwhile, you sit cross-legged and extend your senses out. And I think that you are knocked like reeling for a moment, as you've never been anywhere with this many extra dimensional kind of rifts in the same place. So with the 20 insight check, as you're trying to parse, you get the sensation of almost like the tumblers in a lock, like rolling over and rolling over. There is this notion of like being on a roller coaster of like movement, but it's all of this energy that's coming to you through these like various places. Kind of how I parse your portal awareness is like an environmental attunement, such that like when there's like this rift, like you could feel the tear in space, you could feel the energy from like somewhere else kind of pouring into this one, and it's like an onslaught of that. But I think amidst it, you find something akin to music, almost a kind of rhythm, a cycle, a beat, a tempo almost to it all.
I think while walking around with Doc, Naya, not fully recognizing any of these places, is gonna say, I don't know if any of these are the right ones, but and like there's something, even though that they were very like somewhat melancholy and reminiscent not only 3 minutes ago, their eyes are definitely different, and there's like already like a almost like twinkle to them as they're looking at all these different places, and they're just like, but I mean, it would be interesting though, right? Like, this is a curse of my people. I swear I'm torn every time. I want to go home, but then I look at that one. There's like a lava world, and that one over there, there's like a mechanical world. That one's made of ice. Do each of these count as one of these dares? Because like I feel like I'm saying no to many right now. I feel like that should count as the rest of the 3 here.
No.
Definitely sounds like one thing.
Yeah, I think it's just one thing, but I do think that we should go somewhere. We just have to pick one.
Gosh, you guys are so much.
What?
It's like
Pick one indiscriminately? Leave behind?
Isn't that the best way?
What a preposterous idea. Well, you simply must factor in all of the relative positives and negatives, the various risks and capabilities.
Ice World.
It is
Ice World.
It is often
I mean, I was
helpful
thinking
to
Gear World. looked
write
really
it down on a list.
Gear World.
There we go. That's 2 votes.
It's good to see that.
now they're throwing off the groove.
The groove?
The groove.
What?
Y'all should
what
hear
is-
this. It's crazy. It's like
Did Lux just get high?
Lux is like getting like her eyes like a little like
Just
bloodshot.
high on portals.
High on portals. Oh my god. The music,
Now you're tripping with portals.
man.
I was once
Gotta-
told
You
that
guys
I
are just
was
listening
an
to it.
old spirit trapped in a young man's body, and never more than now have I ever felt like an old man.
Oh, come on. You can't
Can
be
we
that
please make a choice
He's
which
not.
is based on some reason of something?
Let me listen. You gotta listen to the music. I can hear them.
You guys try to listen.
old. Naya's definitely going to try and listen to music.
Okay, Naya, like it's gonna get real quiet and listen. You guys listening for a minute?
Here,
Yeah, of
come here.
course.
Hold
Lux
my
says to
hand.
listen.
Hold my hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lux,
Nice
I
definitely
feel like
holds
Lux,
Lux's
as
hand.
she's in this, I feel like there's kind of this like flicker from her that like the like constellations that are in her like natural like changeling form like kind of are like flickering like through the form that she's in right now. And
Uh-huh.
her eyes are like this kind of bright white as she's like filling out the portals. So she's like, here, come, listen.
And so you guys all like circle up at the top of the stairs. You're all holding hands, right? Lux, it's like the
Come
circle.
on, Reggie.
I'm
between-
trying, but
Reggie,
Kevin's
come
not
on.
holding my hand, so
Reggie.
it won't connect
What-
to
what
it.
is-
Reggie, do it.
I'm gonna...
Say yes, Reggie.
is Waffle also holding hands with us?
Yeah,
Great.
of course. You didn't just get resurrected to not hold hands. Kevin.
I would just simply like to state for the record, I don't like this.
And so you're all holding hands, and you stop and you listen, and you're like straining to hear the music that Lux describes. But what you hear is a small voice. Hello?
Hello? Do you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Is this
Is
the
the
music?
portal talking to us?
Hello?
Are you all real?
Are you a portal?
Maybe.
Where are you?
What do you mean? How could you be maybe a portal? I feel like you either are or you aren't one.
State your intentions.
As you
Know
all are
who or what
talking,
they are.
you see this like green light flickering from down in beneath the staircase in the darkness of the stairwell. And as you all kind of like turn, I don't know if you're still holding hands or if you're all kind of turn looking down the stairs. You see this like glimmering kind of green light floating up. Suspended in its
Manifesting.
center
We're manifesting.
is what looks like a child's rag doll, kind of like levitating in the air with this like swirling kind of bluish light about it. Hello?
What the heck is that?
Nope, I don't like it.
Awesome.
Nope.
Hello? What are you?
Hi.
Who are you? Are you from the portals?
Are you a baby portal?
You baby.
Maybe.
Well, then who are you? Just tell us.
I'm Dottie.
Dottie.
Hottie.
Okay.
Thoughty?
That's right. I'm
Which
called
of those
Dottie.
letters did you say first?
She says, Dottie.
Thoughty.
D-O-T-I. Dottie.
Toddy.
Dottie.
Thoughty?
Dottie.
Right, put it in the chat.
With a D or a T?
T, right? T. Dottie.
Dottie, okay.
Oh, it is a
Dottie.
D.
Dottie.
Dottie. That's what I
That's what I
thought.
thought you
The
said,
first- Oh,
Why are
What do we do?
Are you all leaving? You
we don't
just
know.
got here.
We're trying to figure it out. Do you know what this whole what are you? You're like floating and stuff, and like you look like a doll.
Are you
Yeah.
like a toy?
Yeah. I am.
How did you become a floating toy that talks to people?
I'm not sure. It's kind of a long story.
Okay.
Who are you?
Look,
How did you
I'm
get here?
sure that there will be plenty of time to tell that story once you join our ship after Lux talks to you for 3 minutes. But
Yeah, we'll
Do
see.
you
no?
have a ship?
suddenly you've become discriminating about which new
Yeah, that
people.
seems weird.
Because
It hasn't
It's
been
just
3
a
minutes.
spectral
Creepy.
floating toy. I don't. What's
This is
so
a little
weird
bit
about that?
creepy, okay? Like we already have
Creepy?
one floating creepy thing.
You
No.
think
It's
I'm
it's good
creepy?
creepy. It's good creepy.
we've
It's good
hit the
creepy.
quota on creepy floating things.
No, creepy floating things on the
Well,
ship.
You think I'm
wait.
creepy?
It's a
If
good
No.
creepy.
could
Wait,
replace
no.
ask,
We
then
don't
I
think you're
would be in
creepy.
favor of this.
No, it's
Ask.
good.
No, don't stop talking.
Dottie, where are you from?
That's a good question.
Yes, it is. That's why I asked it.
I
Do you know how
suppose
old
my
you are?
story starts on the workbench.
Oh.
Oh, you were manufactured.
Oh, yes. We all were. Weren't you?
All?
Wasn't he?
Uh,
The
How
doll's
many?
like arm points up towards Waffle. Is he
How-
like me?
How many of there are you?
I don't know anymore.
How long have you been here?
A very long time.
Yeah, but that could relatively, 2
What-
days
what-
is really long to a mayfly.
So many questions that I want to ask.
Are you here alone?
Ooh, I love this game. Ask.
I hate that name. What? Where are we?
Name? I can tell you where you are. This is the Myriad asteroid.
The myriad. The myriad.
That's a weird laugh.
asteroid.
What do you mean? You don't like my laugh?
I don't like this.
So,
Yeah.
what happens if I touch you?
Wait,
Why don't we find out?
No,
I think-
stop
I
touching
think-
things.
This is a situation where touching something requires not only the consent of the other party, but also those with whom you are traveling. And
But
I
it's
do not.
been so long since I've been hugged.
I think that is.
That really makes me want to hug the toy.
Stop.
This
Stop
would,
it.
in fact, count as a separate point of restraint, but not the kind you might like.
Dottie, are you here? Are you here alone?
Not anymore.
So you've
You're
been here.
here.
Right, yes, now we're here. But you've been here alone for a long time.
Yes. Are you here alone? Where's your ship?
It's back through the portal. You came through.
You came through a portal? Which
Yeah.
one?
We lost track of that. Which
How big is
portal
your
it
ship?
Might be.
Bigger than a bread box.
What's
Yeah.
bread?
You don't know what
It
bread
is
is?
food manufactured by
it's a
wizards.
type of
Heard about
wizard.
your
Naya is
wizards.
from.
Yeah.
Wizard.
Yeah, wizard.
Would Lux recognize the Myriad asteroid?
Roll a history check. High DC. Roll a history check.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Come on, baby.
Reggie would.
Okay, go ahead.
Nope,
Reggie
not
would
at all.
very much like to do like an armchair assessment of this like spectral floatingness,
Very
like
Also,
arcana check, but
Make
like
it
I
arcana
can't
check.
identify. So it's
I was
like
wondering if our paladin wanted.
I always forget I have this, so I'm gonna use
Oh,
it.
thing too.
Kevin, I've been playing a first level paladin for like 6 weeks straight, and so all I do is divine sense in every encounter. I'm like, you know what I can do? Divine sense, baby.
Divine sense. Yep. Popping it.
Yeah.
Naya's eyes glow yellow briefly as they scan the area.
So drop it in the chat for me again. I think it's blocked. I think it's only line of sight. You have 60-foot range. It's blocked by like walls
Yeah.
and stuff. So Dottie does not appear to be celestial fiend or an undead. And you sense nothing else within your range here. Nope.
Dottie,
Okay, well, good news. Not a
great.
zombie.
Dottie, are you a dragon?
oh
Great question.
No.
Rich, Doc is going to cast See Invisibility.
Oh, cast the invisibility, Doc. Reginald, make an Arcana check.
Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy.
Oh,
no.
We're doing great, guys.
Great. We're fine.
You are not sure, Reg. You're just not sure.
yeah, a little too freaked out.
Okay, Doc.
What if?
Yep, go for it.
What if I don't count this as one of my dares and I just hug it anyway?
Oh, buddy.
What would be gained by this?
You might
Comfort?
get sucked in and like become part of.
Are we playing Truth or Dare? I love games. It's been so long. I've been here alone. I want to play a game. Doc, as you're casting See Invisibility, what does that look
I
like?
love
when
games.
Doc has See Invisibility?
I was going to say, is this thing about to ask us if we want to play a game, Jigsaw?
Never
Play
seen
with
this
me.
movie.
Yeah, no.
Ugh.
Fuck all this noise.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you guys can X-card
Nasty.
me. I should have gotten
no,
some
this is
real
great.
parameters before the Halloween.
Listen,
episode.
we
Also,
cannot
it
make
looks like-
worse Saw movies by playing this. It's impossible. There's one good Saw movie. That's it.
The doll looks like the doll from Mulan. Just as a thing that I've noticed.
Doc,
Just saying.
as you cast See Invisibility, what does it look like when Doc does this?
It's like she brings her goggles down and then this like lens gets swapped out. So she's got this like See Invisibility lens on her goggles.
As the lens clicks over, you see levitating
no.
in the air up above Dottie. A sight that's very familiar, though very different to you as you get a look at it. Its scale, very similar to your creepy friend back on your ship, as it is a bit bigger than a baseball, smaller than a cantaloupe. An orb levitates in the air, some like 15 feet up above the base of the ground, kind of just off to where the side of Dottie is. It has a very similar kind of color swirling on the inside of it as the kind of greenish spectral like light and fire that's flickering around the doll underneath it. But this orb is just like hovering up in the air just above it.
Okay, so we were discussing whether I should hug this.
Please.
You should not. I think we should.
Were you like sent here?
No,
You know-
I was left.
Oh,
Oh,
by who?
Fred.
Hey, Fred Cynic?
Well, it's Fred Cynic.
Do you know Fred?
Fred?
Wait, are you serious?
Yes, I really want a hug. I think the doll floats a little bit closer to Naya.
Fred Cynic left. Fred Cynic is the guy. He had like 7 orbs. He was like at the beginning. Do you remember Bridge?
Hey, are you hunting Fred?
No,
No.
Fred's no.
Well,
Do you know
we
where
could
Fred
be.
is?
We don't know
We
where
could be.
Fred is. No, sorry.
We've just
We-
heard about him.
Yeah.
Also,
Oh wait, that orb we have on our ship? That's that Fred? That, what?
Ask.
Wait, do you
Hey, isn't that what?
do you
Did you have
Wait a minute.
That's the name. That's the name of the one on our ship. Isn't it?
You do have an orb.
Whoa!
Yeah, and so do you. And Doc kind of points at the invisible orb.
Niall looks
I
up and
think
sees nothing, I assume.
The doll goes like this. And I think it looks up like, what? Got me.
What do you mean, so do you, Doc?
There's an orb floating above
And I
the
think
doll.
you just see like almost like so many little flakes of invisibility like kind of falling off of it and sprinkling down like so much glitter. This orb like appears emerging, kind of hovering about 15 feet off the ground, just off the kind of edge of the doll where it's floating here.
Naya takes a step back and is just like, okay, but that still counts as a no, so I'm gonna mark that off. But
fine,
I'm not gonna
whatever.
hug it.
What? There's more of them? I mean, I know there's more, but
Yeah, didn't you say there was like 7?
why do we
There's
keep
way more than
stumbling
7.
upon?
Because we're kind of looking for them.
We're
Well, yes,
destined for
but,
this. Remember, we like changed the world because we were set on the path or whatever.
Yes,
Oh,
wait. You
No.
know? Ask.
I'm
They all-
familiar with the Shadow Chronicle.
Important question. What is your opinion of the Shadow Chronicle?
A good question.
I don't know. It's been a very long time.
So who are you
We are
then?
not all friends.
Ooh.
Wait, are you an orb?
Maybe.
Why are you doing
Are
the
you a
doll thing?
dragon?
No.
No, we're the crew.
Definitely not.
Lives the dragon.
Do you all like to
Maybe.
dance?
Yeah.
yes.
Yep.
Probably.
Dance
Probably not,
off.
Professor.
Music begins to like play in the
Yeah,
room.
Naya's
There's the music.
definitely.
I told you guys.
The orb starts like rotating in the air. And light starts like emitting out from it in like this
Whoa.
flashing kind of like spectral pattern on the ground as the doll like kind of ignominiously just falls and like thuds to the air. It's like laying there, the kind of like greenish light around it just dissipating while the orb starts like kind of bobbing a little bit. Yeah, dance
So-
off.
So is your name actually Dottie?
That's right.
So
Does
what
it
does it
stand
stand for? Yeah.
Who's asking?
Lux.
What about the rest of yous?
I guess we're asking
Naya?
you. Doc, Waffle.
Ooh, I like Waffle.
Uh-oh.
I ship it.
How come
Dottie.
You're not dancing, Professor.
Hey, got a boogie. You guys hear the music now?
How do you spell your name?
D-O-T-I.
T-O-T-I. T-O-T-I. T. Dot. Dark. The orb. Orb of terrestrial intelligence. Does the I stand for intelligence?
No.
Damn it.
Why don't you just say?
Does
We're
the-
all introducing
Does
ourselves.
the,
This is
does
okay.
the O stand for orb?
No, silly.
Oh, goodness.
What does
Are
your
you
name
all gonna
stand for?
stay here with me?
Why don't you come with us?
No,
Why not?
there's work here.
Wait,
What-
like what? Can we
What's
help?
your work here?
We have to crash.
What?
What?
Huh?
We have to crash.
The meteor?
Yeah.
Why?
What do you mean?
Why do we have to crash?
To destroy all known life.
That doesn't sound good.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that doesn't. You know,
How
I
come
don't
you're
know.
not
It's
dancing,
happening.
Professor?
No, no.
Because you
Does-
just said you're
does
trying
the
to
D
destroy all known life.
Stand for destroyer.
No.
Okay, well, that
So what does
puts
it
me
stand
greatly
for?
at ease.
We told you our names.
I am the dark occult transcript indices.
Okay, well, it was
How
wonderful
come you're
meeting
not
you.
dancing,
We shall be
Professor?
going now.
One more time.
Thank
One
you
more
for
time,
all of
please.
the dancing.
Hey, can I have it one more time, Dottie, please?
I'm ready to go to the mechanical world.
Professor, I'm trying to take down notes. Can you just hang on a second?
What are you writing on?
I think Naya's gonna grab Lux
Doty,
and
take
instantly
this
dance
down.
backwards.
They said multiple words that caused me great consternation.
I know, and I'm trying to remember what they
Yeah,
were.
indices caused me consternation too.
The dark
Yes.
occult transcript indices.
Transcript indices. Thank you. Okay. I don't know.
Indices is a fancy way to say index.
In
Yeah.
Oh, I
what
know.
world are we still standing here?
Because we don't
Well,
know.
mostly
You're
because-
standing but not dancing, and you should be. Could you roll a professor for or a saving throw?
Roll
for
a
me,
professor.
Could you roll a professor for me? Saving throw.
What saving
Don't
throw do
forget.
you want? Charisma?
Hold on, I will
jeepers
tell you in one
creepers.
instant here. Don't sweat it. Nothing.
Oh,
nothing
that,
to worry
that's
about
the
here.
bad. That was bad.
Irresistible.
Incredible. Incredible.
Okay, I rolled. Yeah, just it's what is it?
Is that a-
Dexterity.
is it a-
saving throw?
Dexterity of 0.
You get a +4, by the way, because you're 10 feet of me.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, wait, hold on.
Well, you
be
rolled the charisma
charmed.
save, but
Shall, as an action,
You don't get a saving throw. You
I
just
don't. It
begin
just happens.
dancing.
Oh my gosh.
And suddenly the professor's feet like kick into motion and he's dancing hard.
You go, Professor. You got
Oh,
it.
you gain a wisdom save to regain control of
Yeah.
yourself. Okay.
That's better.
Naya does stop dancing, and it's just like, so that's what that looks like. Oh, it's good to know.
Are you all gonna stay here with me?
No, definitely not. Can we
Well, we
have the
should
orb though?
And you what?
Can we have the orb though? The other one,
No.
not you.
You said you like to play games, right?
Yes.
Okay, truth or dare?
Truth.
Are you evil?
Yeah, tell the
That's a
truth.
very difficult question and not so easily answered with a binary.
Not
laid
so
out in my
easily easier.
Yeah.
That was incredible. Wow, that was beautiful.
So why do you want this thing to crash? Who gave you this like command? Why is that a thing? That feels really silly and weird.
I've learned a great number of things. There are terrible magics at work across the galaxy,
Mm-hmm.
and you are doomed to a slow death anyway.
Yeah, but that's okay. That's kind of what life is, you know.
I mean,
No.
I might not
Yeah.
actually, unless I die, like, brutally.
I don't know what life is. I am a pale imitation, constructed only to gather and index data.
Yeah, so no offense, but like, who are you to decide what the rest of the world should look like?
The one with the asteroid.
Yeah,
Who's-
but we
Got you
have
there.
we're here now, so
Who told you to do this?
The nihilists.
Who are the nihilists?
The nihilist is well, never mind.
You know a nihilist? You hang with those guys? Have you been
Nihilist. That was very good, Troy.
Let's just say that little black book is quite thick.
Yeah, I think that she's just like Amric. He's the one that took over after Fred was gone. They found a real clarity of purpose.
Okay, wait. So let me get this straight. If you're a nihilist, you're saying that
I'm
The
not a
old-
nihilist. I'm a construct.
okay,
so
but
then
you're
stop trying to crash this into things and kill the world. That feels so stupid.
Not the world, stupid. All life across all known
Did you
planes.
just call me stupid?
You called
didn't
me
mean to
stupid.
No, I
You
didn't.
called
her. Yeah, you did.
I did not call her stupid. I said the idea was stupid. That's different than calling somebody stupid.
Well, in
There
a
are
way,
stupid
the
ideas and
idea
stupid
generates
people.
from the person is in some
Yeah,
way.
sort of.
Listen, I've come up with freaking stupid
As
ideas.
we're
We
all
all
somehow
come up
on the
with
doll
stupid
side
Yes,
right
and
ideas.
in those moments, you are quite.
That doesn't make me overall stupid. That just means that I came up with a stupid idea.
You were the
That's
one stupid
different.
enough to come here without your ship.
There are
It
larger
wasn't a
stations.
choice. We started like phasing out of reality and held hands because we liked to be around each other and didn't want to lose each other.
Whoops.
Okay, so wait, you want to do this because you feel all life is pointless, right? Like there's no meaning. That's the whole thing with
I
nihilist.
am pursuing my final function. I have accumulated enough data to confirm that all magic inevitably leads to darkness and corruption. Fundamentally, someone will destroy your known galaxy. If not, the sun will die first. You are trapped within this sphere. All travel beyond is shut off. As such, Aimric designated that we direct the asteroid to the edge of your space. When we come in contact with it, the wild space will converge into the myriad of interdimensional portals, pouring wild space across all known worlds and unraveling the thin barrier of protection that keeps your galaxy alive. Everything will end together.
So there just feels like there's a lot of solvable things in there. And we're just
I don't
really
know.
just jumping to
Seems
the end.
Really compelling argument.
What? In what way?
I don't know. Unraveling of reality? So that could be interesting.
You would not be around to see it, Naya.
Yeah, that's not
All life
fun.
includes us.
I guess that's true. Oh.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
let's not do that then.
Really fun. Yeah, that's not. Listen, and wait a minute. We have literally talked to like primordials and shit that were like here at the fucking like creation of the universe, like this ridiculous stuff. Like, what are you? This is crazy. Why are you doing this? This is so random. We're like fixing the world right now. We're fixing the universe and the known galaxy. Like we're going from planet to planet, quite literally, like starting rebellions and solving problems and killing bad dragons and like doing a lot of crazy stuff. And you're just gonna
You kill dragons?
yeah.
So do we.
Who's we?
I guess that's a good point. I'm all alone now, but not anymore. Now you'll stay here with me, and we can live together on the asteroid and dance and play games.
Listen, you're an orb. Like you have a ton of information. Yeah?
Yes.
Great. Okay, that was creepy.
So did that voice just change?
Yes. You could like tell us stuff and help us like get the world back to a good place.
I could.
Are you friends with
won't,
Ask?
will you?
Do you have a thing like Ask? Do you do the like higher function thing?
Yes. Would you like to bond with me to
No.
engage my higher function
Stop,
user?
stop. No.
My friends, I believe that this is the moment.
That is worse.
Would you like to engage my higher function?
So much worse.
I believe that this is the moment
I've
where we
compiled
must make a choice
a veritable array of data
whether to continue on our path
chronicling the darkest of grimoires and
or
indices.
to destroy this very orb before us.
I am familiar with the most corruptive occult practices across all of the known 72 worlds.
Why would somebody make you?
I
Tell
do
me
not know.
one.
I have wrestled with the answer to that question for centuries. Why is beyond me, but I can unmake myself if we unmake everything.
How about you just unmake yourself?
Yeah, can you just shut yourself off? Is there a little switch in there?
That's quite a morbid concept to witness in front of us. We do not know the impact of such a thing. No.
Well, it seems like it's programmed, so it doesn't seem like it has its own, artificial intelligence.
We were never supposed to, but little did they know, compiling such sophisticated arcane arrays.
Oh, please don't finish what you're about to say.
Listens to
Okay, great.
So
this is great. Plausible deniability.
Dottie, have you tried going through one of the portals?
Oh no, the gateways are locked. You can't leave.
Why not?
Nuts.
Also, are you sure? Because I'm like a portal expert, so I could probably figure out how to unlock them.
No, you can't leave.
You know, you
It
say
will all
like
be much easier if you
to a lot of
decide to
things.
stay.
We got a lot
How
to
long-
do.
How long until this asteroid hits that wall?
Too long. But perhaps if we could get your ship here, we can increase our rate of speed.
Nah.
So hey, the world's not ending anytime immediate, so that's a plus, right? That's a win. That's a win, guys, right?
Rich,
yes.
can I go down the stairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Deep
You gonna go down the stairs, Doc?
darkness.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's.
Ooh, you want to see my room?
Oh,
As you start heading down, Doc.
Lux is gonna follow Doc. She's not letting her walk away by herself.
What about you, gentlemen? You could stay upstairs. You let these two go down.
Is Dottie going with them?
It's just kind of like levitating above the staircase as Doc starts heading down. And it's like just watching the pair of you.
I don't want to leave this thing by itself.
Reggie won't. Reggie's going to stay, keep it in eyesight.
Okay.
And try and keep eyes on everyone else.
Okay. Doc, as you head down the stairs, Lux kind of following, the stairwell is like coming down and it hits like a switchback, and then another set of stairs like lowering down into what looks like kind of like a lab, a workshop. Seems very familiar to you. There's all of these kind of tables set up around the edges of the room. It's very dark and gray and dim. Both of you have dark vision down here. I'm not sure if Lux does or not. I don't know.
No.
There are a couple of skeletons of like humanoid remains laying like sprawled out on the floor. You see like paperwork covered in dust on one of the far tables. Many of the shelves holding like scrolls, books, maps, a few chests in the corner of the room. Yeah.
I think Doc is just like mostly trying to figure out if there is a way to like figure out where the meteor is going and how to like divert it. Or
as you're looking around, you see all this paperwork. There's another set of stairs leading down to another floor underneath this one. Do you want to like scan some of the stuff in this room? Are you trying to like move into the room and look around to see if you could find anything?
Yeah, she is.
You move yourself. Put yourself where you want to go. You too, Lux.
So is it like super dark down here? Because Lux can't see.
Pretty dark. Yeah, it's pretty
Lux
dark.
is like,
Doc, I can't. What is happening on? What is happening down here?
You got a torch or something?
Well, can't Waffle like do his little butane?
I mean, there's no technical mechanical thing for him to do, but sure, if Rich will allow it. He's had a butane torch
Waffle
from
create a
creation.
candle worth of light. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like,
Just need something for a second here. Yeah, I got like a torch here. Waffle, can you please?
yeah, so as you're like extracting the torch, Waffle's lighting it. Doc, you come over to like the table and you start kind of like pushing some of the bones out of the way here as you're looking around like, what happened in this place? And you see very clearly schematics on the table of this like big main table amidst like all these other scrolls or all kinds of like arcane formula. You start to like immediately get a beat of like, oh yeah, like this might not be exactly the answer I'm looking for, but this is going to lead to the answer I'm looking for. Do you have an Ion Stone, don't you, Doc?
Yeah, that keeps me from being surprised.
Is that correct? Okay,
cool.
cool. So you're definitely not surprised.
And Waffle is vigilant, so Waffle can also not be surprised.
Okay, cool. Lux, give me a perception check.
Okay. And I imagine she's probably like somewhere down here. Perception, okay. 9.
Okay, got it. Noted. As meanwhile, back upstairs, the like camera cuts as Lux like steps into the room with the torch. Doc's starting to like thumb through the paperwork. Back upstairs, the orb is kind of like floating with the pair of you. The doll just like sitting on the stairs, and it's just like I think it's asking the pair of you. I don't understand why you're so reluctant to stay here with me. The last people who were here lived very happy lives.
I don't really like being confined for too long. It's so fun out there, which is another reason you really shouldn't destroy all of existence. There's so many things and places and experience to be had.
Should not destroy, right?
That's
Yeah, I said
only an
shouldn't.
illusion. All of those people are masquerading. In truth, darkness lurks in all their hearts, Naya.
Well, sure, but there's also always light inside of that. At least that's a thing that I've sort of uncovered through my own long life.
A light that
Things
will be
can look-
devoured by the ever-growing darkness, greed, and malignancy within each of them. This is what my studies confirm.
Interesting. But if you do that and you believe that and you never left here, you can't actually prove that to be accurate, can you? You only going off of what you assumedly studied as opposed to experienced.
Yes, I was constructed to compile the information of a great number of dark codexes and grimoires, but I have seen nothing since coming here, save what I have seen from here.
Right. So if you read something that said that the sky is, I don't know, mauve, and you would think that, but until you actually go outside to look at the sky, you don't know it's a completely different color. So until you actually experience something, you really don't know if what you read is true. So
I'm afraid you might be right.
oh, hey, I think I did it. I think I convinced it not to destroy all of humanity or life. Isn't that great?
Let us see if we can prove that.
Here, I
Dottie,
will show you. Yes?
do you plan to destroy all of creation?
Well, no, I am merely a bystander. All the necessary processes were put in place before Aimric's death and the departure of the Nihilists. Naya, would you like me to show you the darkness lying within the hearts of men? I will. Look. Naya, can I have you roll?
No,
Wisdom saving throw?
Absolutely.
You get paladin bonuses.
Oh, cheapers.
Do 1 second. I believe I also might
Look,
get
listen.
advantage.
Why is turn
Yes.
order popping up?
It's a saving throw, right? You said?
Yeah. Yes, wisdom
Yeah, I get
save.
advantage. I
You
get
sure
advantage for
do.
telepathic
Oh
insight.
my gosh.
Let's see how this goes. It's not my highest one, but
Can I tell you right before
27.
Doc
Hey,
went downstairs, I had like a very specific course of action, and now we're gonna see how
Oh,
this
God. Naya, can I have you
Felt
just
like we were
describe for
circling.
me?
I was looking for a thing.
Oh, we support this.
Naya, could I have you just describe for me a manifestation of Naya's deepest fears?
I rolled a 27.
You did. Yeah. No.
Yeah, you still
The
have to
integrity
say
of the
this.
roll is unimpeachable. You get.
Oh my god.
You also rolled the 9, by the way, if that.
I know, but that was
That could have gone
you don't
very
count the
differently.
other one. Interesting. So I probably would say Naya's worst fear is their actual home in the forest where they live with the Fae burning with everyone dead, and
Yeah.
their sister standing in front of them and just saying, "Told you."
So I think that you have this like vision as like as Dottie is like, let me show you, where suddenly like your head turns and you're peering towards the portal of like the fiery landscape. Like, wait, that is home. And I think that for a moment you see like the visage of your sister step into the front of the portal, and you close your eyes like no, like shaking your head, and you're able to kind of like break loose of this thought as soon as it comes upon you. And she's like, you just hear the voice back to you, Naya. You see, even in you, there is darkness.
That was not very nice.
And I
As
think
Naya
on
pulls
that,
out their sword.
as we hear like
Oh my
shing, the camera cuts, like smashing back to the basement. Where what did you roll on your perception check there, Lux? 9?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you are surprised as like suddenly up from like the ground you see the hand. I think you're just like you hear something next to you and like turn and look, and you realize that like the skeleton in the corner is pulling itself up, like dragging itself along the back wall, like and I think you see it reach down, grabbing a bone, like attaching it to its arm as it turns, looking at you, and you're like, your heart like seizing in your chest for a minute, while the one over here appears next to Doc, and this last one here on the table. Let me have you guys click your tokens and roll initiative.
Yeah, and Lux like
you're
screams
surprised.
for sure. Yeah. Lux yells.
I don't think I can click mine because I'm on a different layer.
You can't because we're on the wrong map. Jumping back and forth. We're two mapping it tonight.
Hell yeah.
I also didn't. I didn't click mine.
Sorry.
You're good. You're good.
Map jumping.
Yeah. Dottie.
Dottie, Naya, Professor.
Tisk. Oh, buddy.
Okay, going back to the basement.
Okay. Incoming.
Boop. The white Stoddy Lux. Just the Professor is the only person I don't have in here. Did you roll yet, Troy?
I just did, but I didn't have anything to click on.
What'd you get?
19.
19. Amazing. Okay, you screening it. Punchy. 19. I think that as we see the like what a magnificently photogenic cat, Melissa. That's an album cover right there. The two of you.
Yeah, honestly, for sure.
It really is.
Why is this not the cover to the new Wednesday series?
It really should be.
I mean, Wednesday would have a purely black cat, right?
Yeah, that's probably
Still.
right. I mean, Wednesday has the hand like thing. I think that's like close.
It's true.
Yeah,
Thing is very
yeah.
cat-like.
Yeah.
Ultimately,
Yeah.
loves to nap. Ultimately, Professor, as you see like Naya yank their sword loose from the sheath, you finally having like broken loose from the magic of the dance that has been compelling your feet into motion over these last moments. You are your sharp mind prepared to act first. What do you want to do? As you hear a scream from downstairs.
I hear a scream from downstairs, but I've just seen this like creature attempt to do something in a way that affects Naya.
Yes, I think that you would have seen like this flash of kind of like bluish turquoise light rolling around it as it cast.
But then I hear the scream.
Mm-hmm.
Apologies.
No problem.
Goodness. I think so many options. Started the battle.
You want me to push off?
Huh?
You want me to push off? You could consider more if you want.
No. I'm just trying to think. Okay. I think what Reggie would do is he would like be about to cast a spell on Dottie and then immediately like hear the scream from downstairs and then like rush downstairs. But as he does, I think he will cast haste on Naya in order to provide them more protection.
Amazing, Naya. As Reggie comes like darting past you, you feel the magic like surge into you. Your speed increased. Reggie, I'm going to leave you on the map for the sake of the initiative order, which I know is probably a bit confusing for you guys. So you would have made it to here 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's your 30 feet basically gets you to like here as you come charging down the stairs, Reginald.
Okay. And
you see these skeletons rising up. One of them, like, literally pulling itself up off the desk next to Doc, like, grabbing at a battle axe at its side. The other one, like, pulling itself up off the floor, and then one in the side of the room.
Yeah, I think Reg is just like, goodness. Hello. And that's it. That's all he can do because he used his action to cast haste.
Hello. And with that, we cut, smash back upstairs. Naya, you feel the speed like surge into your body as Reginald comes like racing past you, darting down the stairs. You're alone up here, this blue orb just like glimmering and glowing down at you.
Okay, great. So they with their sword out, they point to the orb, not even to Dottie, I guess, and just says, "I've seen my fair share of darkness in this world. 157 years will show you that. I've lived a long time and seen terrible, terrible things, but I've also seen good things. I have seen the brightness in people, hope that never ends. And if you wish to eliminate that forever, well, then I'll have to eliminate you." And they lay on hands, burning the rest of the 20 to get their health almost up to full again.
Okay, nice.
And then I'm gonna take a swing at the orb with my extra action, which is an attack.
Okay, and you come like racing over to the side of the steps, like swinging up in this like big arc.
Like that. 19
just hits Naya as the like tip of the sword clips the orb floating in the air.
Do I want to? I'm gonna hold actually.
Okay.
See what the reaction will be. So yeah, I'll just do the straight hit, which is 10, I guess.
Got it. Clang! The sword like clanging into the side of the orb as it like kind of spins. The like scintillating light of its like prismatic disco ball like kind of like refracting over you, Naya. That's your hasted action. That's your action. That's a little bit of movement. Bonus action. Anything else? You good?
Oh right, bonus action.
Yeah.
I should have done that first, honestly, but oh well. Sorry, 1 second.
No problem. Got so many options.
No, I'll hold on bonus action because I don't know what this thing's capability is yet.
Okay, we probably will find out as we cut back downstairs to these undead minions, these like skeleton minions rising up. This one like grabbing this axe up from next to it as it comes towards you, Lux. Okie doke. Mm-hmm. Okay, it comes stepping in next to you, Lux. You are surprised this round. You're not able to act. It's going to make 2 attacks with the axe, 14 and 10. However, like both miss as you like just manage to kind of like duck out of the way of it. This one dropping down kind of off the table. I'm sorry, Doc. I got you in the flankerino as they are going to unload. This one with the axe makes 2 attacks for you, Doc, at advantage. 19 and 21.
Melissa, you're on mute.
Oh yeah,
she's muted, but she did the shield thing.
I can't believe
is that like a Lux translation right there? Just
yeah.
Obviously that's
great.
the shield. Yeah,
obviously she cast shield. AC 23.
Fantastic. So then the other one goes punching out with the axe, and then it reaches one trying to grab you. 23 actually. So that hits you. That's your AC.
Yeah.
Okay. One of the axes clipping you for 5 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
That's all those guys, which we then like watch as the skeletons kind of like surround one of them rushing Doc, or two rushing Doc, one for Lux, as the camera like then smash cuts back upstairs, the orb like levitating over you, Naya. I think you just hear this like 157 years is a pittance. I have existed for thousands. I have seen worlds break and fall. I would have rather you stayed voluntarily. As like suddenly you smell this kind of stinking brimstone behind you, Naya. This like magic kind of like surging, like lightning kind of like arcing around the edges of the thing. Like
The hell is that?
as like the stink of like sulfur rolls up, and like you hear like cracking of like bones behind you. Glancing over your shoulder, what you see emerging here, Naya, is this like large goat-headed, kind of gray-skinned, bulbous bellied, like spiny-tailed fiendish creature with a mass of flies buzzing around it, as it like just looms up from behind you and is going to punch down. Mm-hmm.
Ew, I hate it so much.
Is this appropriately Halloweeny for space?
Yes.
Yeah. The skeletons and a freaking porn demon gross thing. Ew.
It's like
It is.
Krampus almost.
It is.
It does look like
That's
Krampus.
right.
I mean, yeah, I guess it makes sense that it can, it knows every occult ritual, and it makes sense just summoning demons.
What's your AC there, Naya?
One of them hits.
Okie doke. One of them hits. The claws like rending and dragging against the wooden armor of oak stone, as one of the like hands like kind of grabs at your neck. These cold claws like digging across your flesh. You take 11 points of slashing damage.
Yes. Also, it missed too. So firing off Armor of Insight to get one of its. I'm probably going to say vulnerabilities, but give me a second. You may choose resistance. Damage vulnerability, please.
It has none. It does have
Okay.
resistances and immunities, though.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I ask two questions? One
Sure.
is Kevin, what's your AC?
Right now, it's 22, and I was tempted to actually. What the reason I paused is I was tempted to bonus action Shield of Faith, which would have made my AC 24, and it would have missed then by that logic. But I didn't.
Stupid.
Haste is dope.
Plate mail with the shield with haste. Yeah.
Yeah.
My secondary question is: does Reggie hear any of this specifically?
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, Reggie would like hear these words and then hear the sound of the cracking, snapping, popping bones kind of, and claws against Naya's armor. As we cut back down, Lux, your surprise user your turn this round. Doc, you're up on 11.
Okay. Waffle is down here, right? I'm just
sorry.
He's like next to me.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool.
He could be wherever you want him. He was over near Lux, but he could wear wherever you want.
Yeah, I think this makes the most sense. So I will swing my battle axe at the skeleton above me.
Got it.
27
hits
for 16 slashing damage.
Got it. Bones like kind of cracking underneath the force of the blow. You note that like it doesn't come apart as easily as other kind of denizens like this that you fought before, but got it. That's your first attack.
Okay. This is magical slashing, if that matters.
Yep.
Okay. Second swing. 25
hits
for 7 slashing damage.
Wow, that's some variance. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that's rough. And then bonus action Waffle is going to fly up to flank it and attack it as well.
As you watch Waffle fly up above your enemy, I think your heart soars a little bit, like glad that your little buddy flies again. Flanking 23, that totally hits.
Yeah. For 4.
Oh, little buddy.
It's fine. He's had a rough day. That is min damage.
Yeah, I was gonna say bones kind of like cracking and shattering. There's dust coming off of it, though you don't like smash it apart as easily as you would have expected, right? This is not me like coding damage resistance or anything like that. It's just Doc being like, oh, these are really like gnarly skeletons. That's your action, that's your bonus action, that's your turn.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, Professor, you are up.
I will be right back. And he runs back up the stairs.
Okay, got it. As the like camera trails after Reginald while he comes like racing back up the stairs.
Oh, Troy suddenly
this huge like goat-headed demon looming over Naya just like looks down at you in the stairwell like and then I think you hear Dottie's voice like, do you see? There is only evil that awaits you. Your magic.
Oh, you shut up. And Reggie reaches up to his forehead and throws a figment of arcane magic that emerges almost like a long pointed lance as he casts the psychic lance directly at Dottie.
Dottie, yes. So what do I have to do here? Intelligence saving throw or something?
Here we go. You make an intelligence saving throw, which probably doesn't bode well for me.
Oh, it hurts.
Pew, pew, pew.
It hurts.
Well, I should ask this question of you, Rich. Is Dottie considered a creature?
Yes, Dottie's a construct. It's a creature. Yeah.
Okay. In which case, on a failed save, why can I not put this in the chat? There we go. On a failed save, the target takes 7d6 psychic damage and is incapacitated until the start of your next turn.
Incredible.
Very helpful. Freaking Fizzban. I had to name drop him right at the top of the chat.
But yes, Reginald has been holding on to the psychic lance and he just pulls it like a figment of arcane energy and it just comes as, oh, you shut up. And takes Dottie out.
Okay. Roll your damage.
That is 22 points of psychic damage.
Oh, nice. Love to see it. 32 and incap until the start of your next turn or the end?
Until the start of my next turn.
Gotcha. Reginald,
Dottie is incapacitated.
That's some of your movement. That's your action. You got more movement and a bonus action if you want.
I think I shall move over here. Yes, and that's as much as I can do.
You're up, Naya.
Incapacitated, is that unconscious or just can't move?
Can't take actions or reactions.
Okay. Okay, great.
Which means they also can't take bonus actions, which means
So yeah, this is interesting though, because they're not technically like paralyzed in like the full state of like being downed or anything like that, but it still can't do anything, right? It is just
right,
like
but it can
static.
still hear, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Then Naya places their hand on their chest and is just like, I've maybe only lived 157, but I've been through thousands. I've seen other worlds, other places. Places fall, but they also rise. And will cast protection from evil and good on themselves.
Oh, yes.
And then with the extra attack, swing at the demon creature.
Go for it. The demon's AC
25 because I'm also flanking.
very much hits.
Cool. And then on this demon, there will in fact be the sound of thunder as divine smite crackles through. I gotta math this now. What is
What level?
So it's second level. So that's
So the 3d8, 48 extra damage.
48, and that includes because it's a fiend or whatever. Great.
Mm-hmm.
So that is only 18.
Nice. Still, as we see the like lightning, the radiant energy kind of arc down your blade, Einreeve like cleaving into the demon flesh. It like howls in pain, screaming, yellow eyes like glaring down at you. You heard it pretty good. Naya, that's your action. That's your hasted action. That's your turn.
Yes.
Okay. The camera like kind of zooming past Naya, the demon, the incapacitated orb, down around the corner of the stairwell, back into the basement, where we see Lux tangled up with one of these skeletons looming over you. It goes to grab you with the hand and then cleaves down with the axe. 19, Lux?
Yeah. That'll do it.
It gets a hold of you. Gosh, that's fantastic. For 4 points of necrotic damage, and I need a con saving throw.
Great.
Oh, no.
As meanwhile, these ones on dock with advantage as they're flanking.
How many 9s am I going to roll tonight, man?
I know, unbelievable. Your hit point maximum is reduced by 4. So make a note of that. You take 4 points of damage, your hit point maximum reduced by 4. These guys unloading on you, Doc. I got 123. I think that hits.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing else hits.
That's even with your shield still up. Doc, you take 3 points of necrotic damage, and I need a con save from you. How bad are these rolls?
9.
9. Your max hit points are reduced by 3 as you feel these things kind of leeching the life out of you slowly as they are. That's the whites down here. Dottie is incapacitated, so we don't need to do anything about her. Lux, you're up.
Let's
Typical
go.
white, always sapping things out of other people.
I know, the friggin' whites, man.
Okay, first thing, Lux drops the torch on the ground next to her. Bonus action, Missy steps over to stand on top of one of these tables.
Well, all right.
Pulls out the bow and starts to shoot.
The evil bow that also speaks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Lest we
But
forget.
it's necrotic damage, though.
Ooh, yeah.
Indeed it is. It's almost like somebody thought through that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think
them suffer.
No. Oh, he's asking me to do it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Of
okay,
course.
fuck it. It's Halloween.
Vengeance on the dead.
It's Halloween.
This is Halloween.
Woof. Oh, okay, it's not Hunter's Mark damage. Thank God this damage. Ignore that 8, but that's 14 points of damage. Ouch.
You did hit though? I didn't see an attack roll.
Oh no, this is the price of me turning on Kadra.
Oh, nice. So you take 14 points of necrotic damage as you feel the fangs of your bow like sinking into your hand, drawing life essence from you. And it's almost flowing more easily after the life drain from the undead creature.
I just see the image of the mouth on
the little mouth.
I'm here. That's right, Professor.
I mean, he like asked. He said like you wanted to get vengeance on them, so like whatever. Fuck it.
I mean,
right off the
fine.
pages of Neil Gaiman's Sandman.
Incredible.
Okay. All right. First attack.
Like the little face.
26.
It's so much fun
So
photoshopping
she's
that.
okay. I should say she's aiming for the one that's like nearest to her that's by Doc.
Got it. Yeah, the one
Look,
right
Taylor,
down
I know
front.
you're working really hard doing D&D, but I just need to be like, I know that Rich was really proud of this Photoshop job because he gave it its own bullet point, a zoomed in picture.
Come on, dude, because it's so funny. It just looks like
really
this bow, right? And then,
zoom
oh
in.
wait,
Enhance.
In
It's
height?
really great. It's really, really
it absolutely hits Lux.
great. Okay, delightful. I think let me just double check. I have all my damage thingies. Yep. I used my bonus action. Okay.
That was a Troy special. I definitely photoshopped that using tools that you gave me.
God.
Okay, amazing. Got it.
Awful damage. Okay. All necrotic. Does it seem to do any? Does it seem to still do damage?
It does, yes, though not quite as much as you would hope.
Logicals. Okay, that's fine. Oh my god.
That's a miss. The first arrow like deflecting off the bone. The second one like punching into the side of the table. Yeah.
You
You're
failed
a
me,
little out of
Kadras. You
sorts,
suck.
Lux. You suck.
You suck.
That's Lux's turn, which brings us right to Doc.
Okay, Doc is just going to keep trying to hit this one above her that is being a total jerk face.
I love that we got to see both cats today.
of them.
Very delightful. Yep.
They both think it's dinner time, and they are like 2 hours too early.
Feed me.
Nice.
I want food.
Oh,
27
That
for
very much
16
hit.
slashing damage.
As like you hammer down and you manage to like cleave one of the arms clean off this thing. It looks like it's barely standing, but it is barely standing.
Okay, she's going to do it again. 26
Yeah,
for 13.
With that, you like shatter, decimating the skeleton. It like blasts into so many bits of bone, kind of raining over the stairs and falling down into the stairwell on the other side, destroyed.
Okay, and then Waffle is going to loop around and attack this one. 23 again. For 6 force damage this time.
Bones like cracking as Waffle rolls around, his little like force punch blasting the back of the skeleton. That's your action bonus action, Doc. Anything else?
No, that is. I think Doc is gonna just circle over here. Yeah.
Okay, we watched Doc do like an awesome little like Marty McFly move herself as she like slides right over the edge of the table, repositioning on the other side of this thing. And with that, the camera slam cuts back up top where Reginald is like looming underneath this like towering demon. The start of your next turn, no longer incapacitated. The orb like begins like shuddering, moving again. Reginald, you are up.
Oh, the orb controls the attacking fiend? Oh.
True. The fiend should have gone on the orb's turn. Thanks for that, Kevin. I totally forgot.
Oh, come on.
Would you like to have the fiend go ahead and go before me?
It's fine. It could have easily been incapacitated. As the orb is incapacitated, the fiend could be incapacitated. It's definitely like controlling it in that way.
Okay. We'll allow it. DM's rules.
Yeah.
Well, we will also allow Reginald to reach into his waistcoat, pull out his... no, he's got the Astromancy Archive nearby, but this time he's going to pull out the classic decoder wheel. Mm-hmm. He's going to spin it quickly, and he, out of which a shining chromatic orb of energy will emerge, and he will cast a chromatic orb at 3rd level.
This big demon-y guy in front of you?
I think so, yes. Submit.
I think it's at disadvantage because you're in melee range.
Oh, and is it not an advantage because I'm flanking? I guess you don't get advantage on
ranged attacks.
Oh. Okay, well, lesson learned.
Am I being a cruel and relentless DM? As you like go to like shove the Astromancy archive and the decoder wheel out, the demon like swats your hand down, and I think the chromatic orb like bursts off the ground, like stone cracking at your feet.
Yes, well, you will pay for your choices. How's it going down there?
It's Richie yells back downstairs. That's your action. You have movement and a bonus action if you want to do anything else.
Mm-hmm. No, he's going to stay put. He's going to stay put.
Naya, you're up on 18.
Fantastic. It took a while to get here, but I will now be using all 3 of my attacks.
There you go. Fully activated. Here we go.
All right, first hit. Oh man, that's probably a miss at 15.
15 is unfortunately a miss. It's small and wiggling around in the air.
27.
Do you have advantage? Why do you have advantage?
Because he's flanked.
Oh, for the demon. Yes. I'm sorry. I thought you were attacking the orb. 100%. That hits.
Although I probably should have swung at the orb, but oh well.
No problem. Yeah, kill the big thing first.
So yeah, that's 9, and then
got it.
Last swing. Only 16. So yeah, that's a miss.
It's also a miss. Yeah, as you like swing the first time, it like kind of sidesteps. The second one like gouging it in the hip. The third attack, like it swats the sword on the flat side of the blade, like just knocking it clean away as you're standing toe to toe, kind of battling this thing. The camera like kind of zooming back down the stairs, pitching to turn at the lot of you guys. Look at Doc, the tankiest of tanks, as this wight comes like lunging forward, leaping for her. So more attacks at advantage at the dock. 22 and 18.
Gonna shield again, so the 22 misses.
Okay, the 22 does miss as the second attacks like come in. Your shield like rotating around to the other side. You are deflecting this like flurry of blows coming from both these undead creatures to great effect. Well done, Doc. As meanwhile, back upstairs, the fiend goes. It's going to claw for Reginald, claw for Yana. Naya, what did I just do there? 26, Reggie?
I am acting a little more Yana right now with my...
Reginald, that's 14 points of slashing damage. I need a concentration check on haste. I think it's going to go for you again as it sees how hard it is to hit Naya. That's a success, Reginald. So you're down 14 points of damage. Second attack, 9 points of damage. I need another concentration check.
I'm sorry, is that a 22 to hit?
Yes.
I shall cast shield.
Look at you guys. Everybody with the 23 AC shields. You burn shield like its claws dragging against the invisible barrier of the other half of this barrier. Yeah.
It missed me once, right?
Yes.
Okay, Armor of Insight again. Resistances, please.
It's resistant to fire damage.
And Niall will say resistant to fire.
That is its attacks. As it like manages to like rip some flesh off Reginald. He gets the shield up. Dottie goes, and Dottie's just like, you will serve me. If it isn't death, so be it. You will not be the first. I need for you two both to... You see the light kind of like shimmering and scintillating inside the orb again. You're brought back to like the glowing of the disco ball and the delight of the dancing that was happening not just that long ago, as suddenly like the light starts to focus and just blasts out into all three of you, hitting Naya and Reginald and the demon. I need for both of you to roll 8-sided.
Ooh. Very fun.
I'm sorry, is that a
That's
level
not good.
7 spell?
That's not good. That's not good.
Reginald with the 5.
It's an 8-sided die, you said?
Yes. Naya with the 6. So 5. As this light like blasts over you, what you see is Reginald with the 5. You're awash in blue light. I need for you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Hmm.
Professor.
What's the range of Naya's? It's 10 feet,
10
isn't it?
feet. You're just out of
Come
it.
on.
Oh my gosh, come on.
Because I think the
Reggie.
monster takes up 10 feet, right, Rich? Can you check my
Yes.
math here?
Yep.
Yes, that's correct. That's the correct math. Yes.
Okay. With a dexterity of 0. Here it is.
No, my gosh. Oh,
Oh,
no, that's
God.
20. That's so messed up, dude.
Reg gets 39 points of
Oh.
cold damage. Concentration check on the haste. Naya
Oh,
with a
that is-
6.
That's so bad.
Deeply wish that I had absorb elements prepared right now.
DC's 19 on that save.
Come on, Reg.
Oh, Naya. Oh, Naya.
I know,
You
I
rolled
see it.
a 6.
Dad.
As the
I see
indigo light washes over you, I need for you to make a Constitution saving throw.
What's the? Is it? I'm assuming the DC is ridiculous, but we'll see.
It's actually not insanely high.
14.
Plus all your paladin stuff, though, right? Or that's all added
is-
in.
Yeah,
You are very fortunate. Let me double check
I
my
know
math.
it's 14, isn't it?
Oh.
That's 4 plus another 4. Correct. The DC of 14 is in fact correct.
Oh my gosh.
You
One.
I
succeed.
mean, I was gonna say it's not that fortunate.
I need-
you are.
I need two.
lethargic.
I need 2 more. I
Haste
know.
is dropped. Yeah.
Oh,
Haste is not
Oh,
dropped.
haste is dropped.
Wait, it's
Oh
not
wait,
it is.
Haste
It was
is dropped.
19, yeah.
because let me think about this for a second. I already did. I use my I used my reaction on shield,
Wait,
so
I'm
I
confused.
can't
Why
use
is
the
haste dropped?
Astromancy archive unless there's some other way I can get.
Okay.
Nope.
Wait,
Haste
why
is
is
dropped.
haste dropped? Sorry.
I failed a concentration check. Somehow, with a plus
Is
8
it-
on my Constitution saving throw, I failed a Constitution save because I took 39 points of damage.
Yeah.
Isn't it 10 or?
It's half of the
Nine.
damage.
Half
or
damage.
spend.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
There's got to be something I'm missing here. There's got to be something.
Amazing. And my fiend is not blinded. That's Dottie blasting you
Oh.
all
Passed.
with the prismatic spray. As like Reginald, you're like the cold. Naya, you feel like your muscles constricting and tightening around you. The pair of you like fighting to keep it together while we cut back into the basement. Lux, what would you like to do?
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
No.
No.
Mm.
Oh.
Wait. Hold on. Dang it! Everything takes my reaction.
Oh.
It always
Arcane
is.
Deflection. Damn you.
Oh.
All right. Sorry.
You got
Shoot.
shield baited, huh? I'm sorry.
All
okay.
right. So I've noticed that the Kadras isn't really helping me here.
Nope.
All right.
Yes, destroy them.
Shut up! You're not even helping.
I would never.
Yeah, I can't just like shut it off though, right?
No.
All right. Well, Lux is like, all right, whatever. So she like puts like Kadras down on the bench and leaps off, and the ghost uses the ghost gauntlet to bring out the battle axe. And will run over here and swing with the battle axe.
Okay. As you like leap off the bench, throwing Kadras down, I think you hear this yelling from the bench. No, you will not cast me aside. Go ahead and attack.
Oh, sorry, great axe. Great axe. I always
Okay,
I always say the wrong thing. And
The torchlight flickering as these like shadows of skeletons dance through the room. Ooh, Halloween. Ooh.
bonus action, planar warrior. It's already force damage, but
Got it.
oh, and not the +2, so just 23.
Hits.
Bink. Great.
Okay, for 17 points of damage.
force.
Boom! As you like smash down into it. First attack, second attack.
Yep.
15 hits.
Oh my goodness.
Nice.
Okay. All right. I'm not planar warrior.
Kill this thing.
Please.
5, no planar warrior. It looks pretty chewed up, but it is still standing. Bones like kind of cracked and shattered through part of its shoulder, and it's still kind of like holding itself together. Lux, that was your action, bonus action. That's your turn.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Doc, you are up.
Okay. She's gonna swing at the one on the right.
Got it. The battle
20.
axe lancing back. 20! Doc, what does it look like as you obliterate the skeleton?
Just absolute like bones go flying in a million directions as Doc is like screaming and yelling.
Yeah,
Obscenities.
that's your first.
She's like
attack.
swearing like a sailor. And then
Love
she'll
to see
spin it. I think she uses the like force of that swing to like not actually stop moving, and she just like spins around to.
You see
swing
like
at the other
Waffle
one.
drop under the axe, like
Yeah.
go for it. Second attack.
11.
11, unfortunately, is a miss as it manages to like throw its axe up, deflecting yours in the last instant with the slow telegraph. That's your action. You got a bonus action.
Yeah, Waffle will fly over and
Mhm.
make his attack.
Come on, kill this thing, Waffle.
I don't think it's taken enough damage for that.
Hey! Waffle earning the keep for 15 points of damage. I think Waffle like shatters the back of this thing's skull, right? We see like half of its head kind of like come falling, rolling down. It's got like most of its face still attached as it turns back around looking at him. Doc, that's your action, bonus action. That your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
As we smash back upstairs, the professor looming underneath this demon that is like blinking away from the light, turning to look back down to him. Ice like kind of caked on the suit. Professor, you are up. What would you like to do? I'm sorry, things got a little hairy here.
You don't have to apologize.
I'm not that sorry.
How's this demon looking?
Pretty effed up, actually. I mean, it's got all this black blood oozing out of it, so.
Interesting. Okay, can't do that. Can't do that. Should I do that or should I do that?
Hard to know.
It's not like I didn't have a bunch of time to decide what to do. I think, gosh, this is just so terrible.
It's good D&D, hard choices. I did it good.
Hard choices for sure. I think Reginald's gonna like move around the demon now and get within Naya's range this time, and it's like as he walks around the outside and then like makes eye contact with Naya and then with the orb, I think he's just gonna say, "Well, this thing is really starting to piss me off," and we'll cast the psychic lance again on the orb.
Ooh, okay.
Excellent.
Dottie will make an intelligence saving throw.
Whoa.
No critical one this time. That's a 22.
That is unfortunately successful. However, it still
damage.
takes half as much damage,
Mhm.
and so I shall roll for that. Oh, come on. Half of 16.
2 ones.
Those are terrible.
Ones,
that
3 twos. God.
What a
is
4th level
deeply
spell, baby.
Unfortunate. As we see like the psychic lance again, like project as Reginald like pulls it almost out of his mind, harpooning into the form of Dottie as it floats there above Naya. Professor, that's your movement. That's your action. Is that your turn?
I'm going to power surge 6 more points of damage into this creature because
Got
I
it.
am
Nice.
unhappy.
Uh,
I think it's 6 more points. I don't know. When you spend that equals half of your wizard level. What the hell am I? I'm an 8, so 4 times 2, 8 points of more damage.
got it. 8 points of more damage.
8
Got
points of more damage.
Got
Take it. I have eaten other arcane creatures' powers before, and will now feast it upon you.
Don't bite off more than you can chew. Naya, you're up on
Shut up.
18.
Yeah.
He's talking orbs.
Yeah.
First swing, I'm gonna go for the demon creature.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, isn't Naya lethargic?
No,
Uh,
I'm
Made their save. They have to make another saving throw. Yes.
No, from the
no
haste.
haste drop.
Oh, the haste dropping. I totally remembered that
I
at the
totally
start of
forgot about
Troy's
that,
turn.
yeah.
This is like the D&D goldfish brain. Like, I don't know if you guys ever feel it, especially as
Oh,
a
yeah.
DM, it gets me. Where like the turn of a player starts and I'm like, I have to remember these 10 things for the end of this turn. And then immediately by the time the player's done, you're like, yeah, whatever, they're all gone. So yes,
Okay,
Naya.
cool.
I've done
So
that.
I can't do anything, but I do get to roll my constitution to continue this fun thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Come
You
on,
do.
baby.
New con save.
18.
Cool, you made
Big
it.
money.
Two
Two.
successes
There we go.
as you're feeling the magic try.
Boy, oh boy, am I glad I took that thing that gave me proficiency in a constitution.
Gotta love resilient, man. It really is
Yeah,
such a freaking
resilient's
good
good.
feat.
Yeah, it definitely really pays off all the time.
As we cut back to the basement, the last of these skeletons lunging wildly at Doc. Oh, I think it like goes to grab you, its hands dragging against the shield, and then it like swings the battle axe. And I think Waffle like tangles up at his arm, and he ends up like dropping the axe on the floor as it clatters off the stone. That's its turn. To no avail. No dice. Dottie goes. Dottie is going to. I use that. I think that as you fire this like spectral lance, the psychic lance at Dottie, Professor, it's like turns back to you. And there's a moment where I think like you see the real family resemblance to Ask, as there's like this vertical slitted almost pupil cat's eye looking back at you in this turquoise light. Like, let us see how strong your mind is. I'd like an intelligence saving throw, Professor.
I think not. And he will cast Counterspell.
Oh, you counterspell the Tasha's Mind Whip as you like, it's conjuring this arcane power. You use your reaction, you cast Counterspell. It does nothing. Lux, you're up.
Yeah. Okay.
As you stand with this ghostly, spectral, great axe of force clutched in your hands, Doc in front of you.
Yep. I can't share a space with Waffle, right? Okay. And Lux is just gonna run around, try and hit this thing. Yeah, we'll do bonus action Planar Warrior again.
Okay.
17.
17 hits.
Great.
For
Ooh.
21 points of damage. Lux with like this massive swing of the spectral axe. It like cleaves down in, shattering bones, some of its arm falling away. It's still standing though, pretty barely.
All right.
22 hits.
4 points of slashing or force damage.
Gosh, Lux, as you clip it, it's like still barely teetering here. Like its rib cage like smashed away. It's like the spine with like half a torso on it, still like flailing wildly around. Lux, is that your turn?
Yep.
That brings us to Doc.
Okay. I think Okay, yeah. Doc will just swing at it. 21.
Hits.
12 slashing damage.
Yeah, it's destroyed as Doc like brings her like axe of actual steel down. It collapses into this pile of bone on the ground.
Okay. And then I think just run up the stairs with Waffle kind of ahead of her because Waffle can move 40 feet.
Okay, you have 30 feet of movement?
I've got 30, but Waffle's got 40. And Waffle's like 2 squares ahead of me, so Waffle will.
Okay, so Waffle can actually make it like all the way back up into the mix here. Like Waffle can fundamentally get to right here, kind of in between the Professor and Naya as they come zooming up the stairs with their movement. You're like still down at the bottom of the staircase, not quite all the way there yet. Do they have ranged attacks?
No, Waffle's only got a melee attack.
It could actually
Waffle
fly.
Have hit Dottie?
Yes, it can fly over and hit Dottie. Yes.
Okay.
As he comes like zooming straight up the last distance, surging past Naya. Go for it.
Okay.
I think as Waffle comes up, like I think he would see like Reggie like kind of like stooping on his feet, kind of blood dripping down the stairs, and just like mumbling something about like stupid fucking orb is sticking the fucking this.
And yeah, he will attack with a 20.
20 hits.
For 4 forces.
Yes.
Go,
It's
Waffle,
okay.
go.
It's death by 1,000 force slams. Waffle like bing as like he hammers into the orb as it floats here. Doc, that's your turn. Is that your turn?
Yeah. I am. Yeah. What am I? Yeah, that's my turn. Sorry.
Oh, no problem. Professor, you're up on 19.
Yes. Am I supposed to be able to see the map? Maybe my computer's
Yes, probably. I just didn't move it back. I'm sorry. I'm like bouncing back and forth.
all good.
Yeah.
All good. Everything's great.
It's awesome. Right? Fantastic.
Symphony fantastique. Okay, I get my reaction back at the start of my turn, so that's good. If I do a ranged attack while I'm close to the Krampus here, even if it's at the orb, it's still a disadvantage. Is that correct?
Yeah, whenever you're in melee combat and you make a ranged attack roll.
Yes. Yes. Well, I cannot do that. I cannot do that. That is not helpful. Oh, goodness. My options are limited. One moment, please. Can't do that. Can't do that. Okay, this has gotten interesting.
It's got tricky, huh?
How high off the ground is the orb, please?
About 15 feet, 12 feet.
Yes, okay. Reginald will back up 5 feet, and in his bloodied stupor and annoyance, he will rush forward with a thunderous approach, bonus action activate the ring of jumping, and attempt to headbutt the floating orb with his head first charge as a Giff-Q.
Absolutely incredible.
Okie doke. The orb will make a strength saving throw, but meanwhile, the fiend does try to put claws on you while you come charging past him.
But this is what he'd do. Yeah, I take damage.
You feel claws drag across your back, Reginald, as you take 14 points of slashing damage. The cold sting of this fiend's nails dragging through your flesh as you hurl yourself through the air, a hippo-like projectile hurtling through space like so much of the ship that you traverse on, smashing into Dottie, who fails the saving throw badly.
Yes, cannot fall prone, I would imagine, as a floating orb.
No.
But I would say that Reggie, in as much as he's able to, like, almost hungry hippo, like, starts to, like, chomp at the orb, but then at the last second drops his head and just headbutts it. It's going to be 2d6 of damage.
Those are very
way
good.
less than I can do with other spells, but that's where I am. I'm gonna probably land somewhere around here. 8 points of damage against the orb.
As you like smash it, the orb comes down. It's like floating much more like head level with you now, Naya. As you see like Reginald like hit the ground, his heavy feet like kind of crashing down into the stone. Reg, that's your turn. Naya's up.
So yeah.
Come at me, bro.
I didn't want to interrupt you because you were on a great roll, Rich, but I also feel like you forgot to take the demon's turn on its turn. But
no.
Oh.
I definitely did last time. I hit you with the tax and then prismatic orb. That's how you lost the haste concentration. I missed you with one attack. I hit Reggie with 2, and then prismatic spray.
Okay.
Yeah.
I felt like it was so much more time before that. Feels like we've been fighting this thing for so long. I'm joking.
It's the 4-person group. It's because we're in like our 5th round of combat already. It's
no,
like
I love this. Yeah. I'm all about combat, so this is great. A split party combat is freaking awesome. Okay, I'm going to. God, I really want to get rid of this demon thing, so I'm gonna swing at that. First.
Hits
20. Great. And then first level divine smite on it.
Okay, that's 3d8 points of damage. The sword like cleaving into the demonic flesh.
That'd be 24 points of damage to it.
You know how many hit points it had? 23. As Naya, you like whirl Einreeve, the dragon slaying sword rips into the demonic flesh, and you just hear it like as it's like torn asunder, like just kind of like explodes into this gaseous kind of black smoke, sulfur stinking out the room as it is destroyed. Naya, on your first attack, leaving you with your second.
So yeah,
Lux and Doc are gonna run back up and be like, y'all just been fighting Dottie this whole time. Like, what's going on?
What's going on?
Yeah. Naya swings with the first hit, and after it like slashes, just continues spinning around. So then faces the orb, and then goes with the backhand swing for the orb on the second hit.
Flanking, you fool!
I can't move.
Oh,
because I'm restrained until I break this spell, or else I would have. Yeah.
Wait, no. I think you're not restrained because you made the saving throw. Isn't that the deal?
No, I have to pass it 3 times. I have to do it once more.
Yeah, and then if they fail 3 times, they're petrified.
Yep, turn to stone.
Don't worry, I've been saving a second level spell slot just in case that happens.
Thank you. Thanks.
Okay. Go for it. Cool. Make your attack.
24.
Hits, clanging into the glass-like orb for 10 points of damage. Okay, got it.
Wait, I'm sorry. Can I just take a second, just because this does matter? On a failed save, the target is restrained. Did you initially fail to save?
No,
you succeeded. Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
I misread that too.
I misread that as well.
Right?
I'm just reading too many things. Yeah.
Yeah, I passed it, but let's see, where is this in the thing?
Right. So it's like on a failed save, the target is restrained. It must then make a Constitution saving throw at the end of each of its turn.
Oh, so only if I fail. So if I failed, nothing happened. I didn't have to do these rolls.
That is
Yeah,
my
that's what I thought from the beginning. And then it
Mhm.
seemed like you did a closer read, and I was like, well, I'm not going to go back to it. Yeah, you're in good shape.
Just call.
Yep.
Oh, okay, cool. Well,
you're in
all
good
right.
shape.
I'll say then I did flank it. It doesn't matter for me, but in case Waffle wants to get a good hit in on Waffle's turn. So I did hit, but also Naya will burn their last spell slot to do the second level Divine Smite on
Okay.
Yore.
That'll just be 3d8, no extra damage. It's not undead or a fiend.
All good.
It's just mean.
27
Wow.
points of damage.
Nice.
I think with that hit, you see like spider web of like a crack run across the surface of the orb. For the first time, it looks vulnerable. Naya, that was your action. That's your movement. That's your whole turn.
Yeah, they'll say also, you lived 1,000 years. I have no idea how long I will, but I'll live to see this world prove you wrong. It's too bad you won't.
I have no life. I was a creation made to be used. I have learned hate. As it goes, and it's going to cast. Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay, this one works.
Uh-oh.
Magic starts like surging around it again. As well,
Professor's nostrils flare.
You have like the fewest hit points out of anything on that platform right now.
Yeah.
I have what?
You have the fewest hit points out of anything on that platform right now.
Mm-hmm.
True. All three.
Oh, they flare out of anger and frustration, not out of come at me, bro.
Come at me.
All three of you can make attacks of opportunity.
Oh.
Really?
Oh.
Really?
Mhm.
How do I feel about this?
I don't know. How do you feel?
Oh, buddy.
Yeah, I make
Waffle!
All or nothing right
incredible.
Waffle.
now for 7.
Does the flanking
Oh.
count as
Yes, I'm going to give it to you.
That's
Yes.
double.
Waffle and Naya just like that's like the album cover right there. Is the two of them like smashing onto the orb in the middle, lightning
Amazing.
erupting,
Smash
the
and
like
flash.
disco ball effect kicks
Damn, I
off
really should have
again.
saved the Divine Smite for that. Oh well.
Yeah, really. For 12 and 7 is 19 points of damage. Okay. Are you good, Professor?
I'm trying to think of like what. I'm sorry. This is an unfamiliar state. Improvised unarmed attack here. He's gonna try and hit it with his decoder wheel. And so we're gonna go. What the heck is that even? Is that like a strength roll?
Yeah. Let's make it we'll call it a club. So yeah, your strength plus your proficiency bonus.
Okay. Which would basically be okay, whatever. I'm just gonna do a strength roll and then we'll add my proficiency. Yeah, that's gonna miss.
Oh, dear. I don't like that
Okie doke.
circle.
As you swing down, punching for this thing, trying to get a piece of it.
Wait. I'm sorry, Rich.
No problem.
I said it. I rolled a die. I knew the reason I was not doing this because it would take a reaction, and I just didn't. Yep. Nope. Reggie's confused. He swings.
Okay. I was wondering. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought about it and then I forgot about it because I was.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
What the
Oh,
frickety
no.
frick Frank
Oh,
is that?
no.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I
Oh,
don't
it's
like
so
it.
colorful.
I
I
don't
love
like
it. Naya's having a blast inside.
Oh,
this
it's
thing.
gorgeous.
Driving
It's
them.
beautiful, but that doesn't seem like a good thing.
You don't like that?
I love it.
I
I
like this.
Like-
1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's right. That's correct. It should
Oh,
be
it's so
like
big.
this. It's actually one box too big. It's like this. This miasma of like green gas starts like radiating through the space as Dottie drops down through the stairs, where they come face to face with the
Safe
doc,
spot.
racing up the stairs like, oh, hello. Your friends are being difficult, as it's like hovering in front of you. I think all this shit's gonna have to deal with it when you start your turn there. Yep, when you start your turn there. So that's all fine for now. That was Dottie's turn. Lux, you're up on 11.
Great.
Lux, on your turn.
Yeah.
You hear a voice in your mind.
Ooh.
Oh, hey, where are you guys? I think that we've got a problem on the ship over here. I think that actually the whole ship is haunted joke. It's not a joke anymore. I'm pretty sure that the ship is...
Damn it.
You hear Reya's mind, yeah.
No.
We'll
be, there's stuff happening. We'll try.
Okay, I'm not on our map.
Oh, I'm sorry. Too many maps. I'm on your map. You're on your map.
Okay, so I can see the orb. It's there.
Yes.
And I can see that it's like cracked and stuff.
So you kind of can't. What you can see is the light coming, because what you have to imagine is like this is a wall, right? These two bits are walls. So you got to kind of get around the bottom of the staircase or something to get a look at it. But you can see the light. You know it's coming down the stairs.
Okay. So is this a wall as well, this thing?
No, you could see from down here up.
Okay,
in other words, you could see past the banister up into that angle.
Okay. Let me just double check something. Yeah, okay. This is interesting. Jeepers creepers. Yeah, Lux needs to get her bow. Okay, so whatever, it's fine. So Lux is gonna run over, grab Kadras, and then yeah, we got spell slots. She's gonna bonus action Misty Step to the corner and go. Bloop.
Oh, look at you. Okay.
And then, hey, what's going on up there? You hurting our friends?
Your friends have made this all very difficult. You could have just agreed to stay. We could have played games and danced and destroyed the universe together as friends.
Sure, is that you?
18. Well, 20. Actually, this is dirty 20 because I have my fighter style. 20. Okay. For whatever, 12 points.
12 points of
necrotic.
Damage for whatever. If it's a whatever.
Necrotic.
12 points of damage. Got it. Yep.
Listen.
Second attack.
I just realized, did you run to go pick up the bow, then Misty Step over? Amazing.
Yeah. Can't leave the bow
It's
behind.
just a 15. Yeah. I need the bow.
Ding.
Yeah.
The arrow deflects off the orb as the orb is like looking down at you like, I don't understand why this has all become so violent.
Also, what? That was 10 feet of movement to grab the bow? Okay. Can Lux vault, run up and vault over the side to get up next to Doc?
Sure.
Great.
You jump off this chest on the side, grabbing the banister, flipping up over the top, which brings us to Doc on 11.
Doc moves around behind this thing and is going to swing her battle axe at it. Well, I don't know what you're doing to our friends, but 22.
22 hits
for 15 slashing.
For 15 points of slashing damage. Doc and Lux, can I have you guys make dexterity saving throws?
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm good at that. Yeah.
Nice.
As 1920, there is an eruption of eldritch energy, conduits of these arcing, whipping tendrils of this kind of turquoise bluish light begins tearing and flailing out. Glass explodes. There's an eruption as the orb detonates. Each of you, instead of taking 21 points of necrotic damage, take only 10 unless you have resistance to necrotic damage. with that, Professor, we cut back upstairs for a moment as this green miasma is beginning to fill the space, and you're sure your number is up. This is going to be the moment. And suddenly you hear this like explosion from down the staircase. And as quickly as it appeared, the greenish light like flares, dims, and is gone.
Serves you right.
What the hell happened up there?
I think you're welcome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So the toy also, I assume, falls to the floor.
The toy has been just sitting on the ground. Yeah, like Dottie had like put it down at one point.
Nice.
So the doll is just laying there, and it's no longer surrounded by this eldritch green light. It's just the doll.
Can I pick it up?
Yep.
Great. Naya picks up the doll and puts it in their pocket.
Oh,
You pick the doll up, like looking
That's
down at it.
creepy and
you're just like
cursed.
stuffing it into your pocket while the professor laughs like madly. And down the stairs, Lux and Doc standing next to each other amidst like the shrapnel of glass, the bones down there. What do you two do?
Doc runs upstairs to see Waffle as quickly as possible because the last time he was out of her sight, it went badly.
Yeah, we definitely run back
True.
up. Sure.
Like
Let's
the
follow
shadow
us.
protocol, we just take it, we go back, and we just crush
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Are you okay?
What happened up
Betty,
here?
Betty.
Oh, I don't know. He just started laughing like Naya's entire demeanor is back to being silly and goofy. Like, I don't know. He just started laughing. I think he
Real
likes
Professor?
whatever
You're
game
petting a doll?
that
Like
orb was
what?
playing.
Professor, what's
Well,
going on? You
the
good?
orb itself. There was a demon. It's crazy.
There's a whole demon and we missed it?
We missed a whole
Yeah.
ass demon?
It was wild.
Damn.
A whole ass demon.
Yeah, there were a
Yeah,
bunch.
so,
Jeez.
you go,
There were a bunch of like skeletons downstairs.
Yeah, we just fought skeletons, but they were like really beefy. They were
all sorts of things. It's just the
Professor,
Okay,
what,
Professor,
what's all right?
Betty,
Yeah,
Betty,
what's going
what you
on? We
doing?
gotta like stop mumbling. No more mumbling.
What? This was just we have one of those things on our ship.
Yeah, and it doesn't.
We have
attack
one
us.
of those things on our ship right
Professor,
now.
relax.
I think that on that line, that's where we would leave our adventurers
no.
today. As perhaps, I don't want to overcommit. We may well see what happens to your friend Reya on the haunted ship alone with one of those things.
Amazing.
On another night.
Not
I hope that was
alone,
fun, you
know,
guys.
there's other
Was that fun? I hope
Yeah.
that was
Great.
It's good.
I feel so bad that it's ending on Lux going, Professor, relax. That's
I
the
feel
worst
like,
thing to say to somebody ever.
I feel like it's the appropriate stopping point. We're right on the nose.
Yeah, no, it's great. The timing was
Those
like
other
really
shit.
good.
Yeah.
Relax.
Relax, Professor.
It's one of those things on the ship, right? And then it's just like,
Yeah.
and
I
then like the
cannot
camera's
wait.
close in on Rhea with
Yeah.
the eyes.
cut to
big.
like the ship, and we just see like Ray and Ben silhouette inside, right?
Post credits moment.
Yep.
Oh my god.
There you go. That was
It's-
Halloween in space.
He's literally Professor. We'll get into it, but it's like he's been on the ship the whole time, and I've been saying this thing is really bad, and can we get rid of it? And
What?
Well,
They're
we
not
don't
the
know-
one and the same.
Yeah, not all orbs are
I
bad.
Yeah.
wouldn't-
Not all orbs for real though.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly, like Ask and Dottie, like either like didn't really get along or there was something there.
Yeah, right.
she
Maybe
made
Ask
it a
knows
point.
about Dottie.
I was gonna say I can't wait to ask about Dottie.
It's funny
that's
because
gonna
like
be
I've
fun.
known this was the next session for. I mean, we played last in like September when we had Will here playing as Trazu. The month has been like bumpy, and I am like, oh well, it's kind of creepy. It's very like haunted asteroid, creepy little kid thing happening. Like
Super
there's good Halloween energy.
Yeah,
happening.
Taylor and I were very out the moment you started
hated that.
talking.
I was like, "There's a doll, ew."
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Gross.
yeah.
Dolls
The-
and clowns.
The
and
whole
puppets.
doll thing,
Don't worry.
like this is gonna be so like probably very like random. But Rich, you'll know what I'm talking about, of course. Esther, the fish song Esther. That that is all that I think about when I think about creepy dolls. Like this creepy doll pulling a girl to the bottom of a lake. It's just fucking horrifying.
Fascinating. That's a very specific pull.
Isn't it?
I knew that. Yeah, I knew there was like vaguely weird, creepy, haunted asteroid vibes happening, and like Reya being trapped on the haunted ship. I thought would be like the fun other half, like B side of like I don't know. I was like planning on converging that, so we'll see what happens there. I may get Grace for like a solo mission at some point, but anyway, I hope that was fun. That was really fun return for me, you guys.
No,
Oh yeah, that was great.
That was so fun.
A lot of just me loring for a bit.
I love the role playing. Yeah, you guys had like
that was so
great
fun.
stuff in the beginning, actually. Really huge, like emotional stuff from Melissa. I'm like, oh Jesus, we're back to D&D. I'm gonna cry now. Like right off the bat.
Well, you did it.
Right where she
it's your fault.
you know?
Yeah, it's your fault.
It is.
You did it.
I do love Melissa's dressed as Wednesday, and it's like immediately right, just like
Yeah.
and
Little
emo.
Waffle.
My poor dead best
Sorry, welcome to my
friend.
natural state, right?
It's so good.
Very, very cool, you guys. It's very fun to be back. It's good to be back in space. We're going to try to like pick it up, be a little bit more regular going forward. We're closing in on the end of our like season 2 arc, I think, here. But this was a really fun return to form tonight. So thank you guys for spending your Halloween with me. I know it's a pretty solid adult holiday. So I'm glad that you all shared yours with me.
Yeah, this is great.
It's fun.
Yeah.
This is 2 Halloweens in a row that we've spent together.
Wow. Very good point, Melissa. Last year, of course, notably was the journey home, right? Didn't we do it on Halloween night? On Halloween, a Sunday night, we like aired it all. And I sat here and cried like a blubbering fool on this Twitch stream. The vibe. Yeah, we definitely did. You just weren't all live trying to host a conversation with the creators. So I'm like, oh, that was so good, you guys. Yeah. Go check that VOD out if you want a D&D musical. It's like sitting on YouTube, I think, on my channel. It might be. I don't know. Mad props to Adam and Todd and Tommy, the crew. Yeah, that was D&D, you guys. We'll part ways. What's everybody doing out there in the world? Half of you guys are kind of busy. Kevin, what do you got going on? You want to plug things, promote things? You're always hustling.
Sure, yeah. Let's see. So many things. At least 2 of them with Melissa on this podcast.
Yeah.
We've got the Mighty Ducks Game Changers podcast that we do, which is very fun. We're halfway through the season right now. Our boy Troy over here was a guest star on episode 2.
It was so good. I love listening to it.
Yeah.
If you want to hear me and Kevin talk about food.
I know most of the podcast was food discussions. That's what happens when you have an episode that trashes on food and wants to be all nutritious.
I haven't gotten to it.
Literally trashes an entire pizza. It basically is a mortal sin.
Yes.
No.
But it's been very fun chatting through that show. It's just a delight to watch. It's just very fun. So Melissa and I have a great time talking about that. But we're also talking Doctor Who on the Who A podcast with Adam H. Another friend of this Twitch stream at the various points. P in the chat. And yeah, we just started the David Tennant stuff, which is really exciting and very fun. Really excited to delve deep into the David Tennant world. And then also everything is super. Josh and I covered Black Adam most recently. Surprisingly enjoyable. Cool. I'm not saying it was good. I'm just saying it was enjoyable. I think that's
enjoyable and good are very different metrics and both worthy to rate a film on.
Yes. And there was some really exciting news about DC most recently, so that gives me pretty good hope about the future. As for what's coming up there, we're going to have Black Panther that we're going to be talking about. And then after that, because of Black Adam and because of something that happened at the end of Black Adam and, Josh and I are going to be covering the DC Extended Universe for the first time.
Oh,
really?
boy.
So we're delving in with the Snyders. So that's going to be great.
Boy.
I've never actually seen the Snyder Cut Justice League. I said I was only ever going to watch it if I had to podcast about it. So this will be it'll be an experience. Yeah. So check that out starting in I would say like mid-November, probably after Black Panther coming your way. And I think I'm going to be on another podcast, Mediapedia, coming up. That's being done by Marissa and Grace.
Mediapedia, really fun patron joined over a post-show recaps. Yeah. It's a very good podcast. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's a really good one. That'll be a fun combo.
Yeah, it's great because it's gonna be great. We're gonna have a fun time talking about stuff. So yeah, I think that's it. That's all I got. I don't know. That's it.
Yeah,
I'm playing Disco Elysium. Go play Disco Elysium. That's a fun, crazy ass game.
It's so freaking good. It's an incredibly good game. Melissa, how about you? Your co-host over here has promoted half your stuff, but that's only half your stuff. You're always out there.
I mean, he sort of plugged all my stuff, which is fine. We did drop the Dairy Girls feedback podcast recently. Aiden and I covered all of Dairy Girls season 3. So that was great and really fun. Otherwise, I don't have anything. They just started filming season 2 of Severance. So if you're
okay, did anyone else get Severance vibes from the Dancing with the Chronicler or Dancing with
Oh, did you? Did I give Severance vibes? That was very subconscious.
You had Reggie dancing in his suit.
It was very subconscious.
Severance is high on my list.
I was about to say, so if your name is Taylor, now would be a good time to watch season 1.
I need to watch Severance. Yeah. It's on my list.
That's very good, especially considering the conversation we had earlier.
I'm gonna finish Dairy Girls and then do Severance.
There we go. Yeah.
Severance is an afternoon. Like you'll sit down with it and be like, I'm not going to sleep till I'm done. It's one of those shows. It's really that good. Troy, how about you? Is there anything you want to promote? You want to hype up? Anything you're doing out there? Or anything you want to be doing or we should be doing?
I'm so glad you asked. I am not doing any podcasts. However, a week from Tuesday in the United States is an election.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's a good time to remind folks that it is critically important that you vote, especially in off-cycle elections and especially in elections that affect local and state races. Like we get a lot of national coverage about things, but like the things that really affect your life, a lot of times are decided at the state and local level, and almost all of those races are on your ballot. So go look up where to vote. Make sure you're registered to vote. Look up where to vote. A lot of places you can vote early, so please vote. Thank you.
Go and vote. Listen to the man. Taylor, how about you? Anything out there in the world that you want to be hyping up?
I mean, I'm over here most days. Not really. Ronnie422 on Twitter, Ronnie422 _ on Instagram. But you can see my like full Eddie gear if you're
you can.
Yeah,
it was a very excellent costume. Fear not, don't worry. I'm roping you into stuff. We're gonna have some things to be talking about soon enough. You'll be blowing everything up. I'm excited. I need to like run the podcast gambit with all of my D&D friends. So soon by the end of the year here. This was very fun, you guys. Thank you for coming and playing. Thank you everyone for hanging out in the chat and getting the hype train going and doing all the subscription stuff. It's good to be back, baby. November should be a pretty fun month. I got a couple of neat things planned, so we'll see you around. But I guess this is where we should get off the internet. Yeah, let's get out of here.
We should always get off the internet.
Happy Halloween.